like ever,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be like growing up, like
Right.
into my adult years.
I
I'm
think.
back to eating meat here and there now since Valentine's Day dinner with Kyle. But
Mm-hmm.
even then, I've just never had a desire or want for it. I try it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we go places, if they have stuff that's like unique or you don't see often, kind of thing. Go on cruises, they have like the what's that word for like rare food?
When you're talking about fish, or when you're talking about
Kind
other
well,
things.
kind of rare rare food in general. Like they have like a dinner night. You know how they have formal dinner night on
Yeah,
cruises,
yeah.
right? Like every evening is formal dinner night, like where they have the Maester D and all that stuff. One of the night's themes was like a rare food menu, but like there's an actual word for it that they use.
Rare as in not cooked thoroughly, or
No,
rare
sir,
as in
no,
unique.
not found and eaten
Okay.
often.
Okay. So unique foods. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's like a
I want to
unique.
make sure, because when it comes to food and meat,
Yeah, definitely a fair question. Definitely. But
there's
like on that,
sushi,
like
and then
I
there's
tried shark and
yeah, yeah.
escargot, and I kind of liked escargot. I mean, if you
Hmm.
like butter, you
Yeah.
as long as you don't have like
If
major
it's cooked,
texture
everything's got to be
restriction.
cooked right and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, but I tried squid. I mean, I tried all this and all that. Good morning, Steph.
Good morning.
We're talking about rare food menus and how I'm not a big seafood person at all.
Yeah. I find that when I talk to people, it's not. I mean, there's there's not a lot of in between. There's people who like seafood, and there's people who don't. And people
Yeah.
who don't, like, either they grew up on nothing but fish sticks, or they live in the Midwest and they don't have access to fresh seafood. All that they have is river fish.
Yeah, river
And
food.
and there's a difference, because I being a coastal kid, I love seafood from the sea. I'm not a huge fan of ocean fish. I don't care. I've caught, cooked, and cleaned many a trout. Not a fan. Yep.
I need you to explain the difference between the sea and the ocean.
All one and the same as far as Aquaman's concerned.
Okay.
Gotcha there.
The seven seas connect to the oceans, and blah blah blah. Although the
I thought
water doesn't
I thought
mix.
there's eight now.
Hmm?
I thought there was eight now.
Eight seas, whatever, doesn't matter. As we
Yeah,
now
they
as we
invented.
know, the
Apparently,
oceans.
we got bigger and they invented a new one. We legit have more oceans. Our kids have more oceans to name in class than we did growing up. It's kind of weird.
There was only four when I grew up. I don't know
Well,
how
now
many
they
are
have
there
the South
today.
Indian Sea is like the fifth
South
ocean.
Indian Sea, but that's not different
Oh,
than the Indian Ocean.
I understand what you're saying. I agree with you. It
There was
doesn't make
always
sense
more
to me
than there
either.
was always more than seven seas. But
Yeah, yeah.
anyways,
There's extra oceans now in name only, not in volume.
I always still think the most interesting thing, as we've gotten on this tangent, is where you go to where the Pacific and the Atlantic are there, and the two waters don't mix. You can
The
see,
brackish water that just
yeah,
hits.
yeah, it's so weird. But anyways, yeah, no, I'm not a fan of trout. I'm not a huge fan of catfish. Uh, I don't mind crawdads, but they're basically the same thing as as a crab or lobster or whatever. But
All right,
I,
Rob.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, it's not South Indian. Here it is. So we have the Arctic Ocean, the
yes,
North Atlantic, South Atlantic, North Pacific, South Pacific, Indian, and Southern Oceans is what's classified as the seven seas. You
okay.
know,
So they're splitting the Atlantic and the Pacific into North and South
to make to
based
make
on the
seven,
hemisphere.
yeah, to make
Okay,
seven, yeah. And now the five oceans of the earth, where we used to have, the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Arctic, they now have legitimately, like just like Pluto's not a planet, we now have the Southern Ocean
where's that?
in the south.
Where? Southern hemisphere,
Bro,
or
I don't know. I'm telling you, this is after I got out of school. I agree with you. Whatever you're about to say next, I 100%
no?
agree.
I'm just curious. Where is it?
I don't know. I'm afraid to look.
I
What
think
if I'm in
Shattered Glass Collectibles got it right with his comment.
it? More oceans, less planets, limited genders. Welcome to
There you go.
2024.
I was about to say something. Which oceans identify now as the Southern Ocean? I mean, I don't.
I don't know.
I was
Like,
gonna make a woke comment, but
let
like
me see the Southern Ocean.
So I don't know. No question. Rob's nautical knowledge, Mark. Yeah. No. So, anyways,
We need a
I'll-
map. The
I'll agree
Southern
with-
Ocean.
I'll agree with you, Rob, about the Midwestern eating and fish and everything. Like the lake fish is different than ocean fish for sure.
lake fish and
I
ocean.
grew up in like
Okay, so it looks
walleye,
like
and pike, and trouts and catfish, and it's all just white, just
everything
really fantastic fish.
everything south of 60 degrees latitude until you hit the Arctic. So it's like a band that goes around the southern hemisphere between the same oceans, just a little bit higher in the Arctic Ocean.
Well, there
it's
must
the
be
Earth's
some reason.
ocean belt.
Well, it's hard. Maybe there's some logical reason for it. I don't know. I'd have to, just like you could sit there and say, like, you think that the Atlantic and Pacific, well, they touch and they're all one body of water. Shouldn't all these oceans really be one ocean? They're sort of
like you
contiguous.
pointed out.
But apparently there's some differential.
I'll tell
If-
you the main
so-
reason for it is somebody wanted a budget to do some fun research and they had to have a reason, and that
Oh,
was the
well,
reason
yeah.
for the day. And if that got us a new ocean, I'm thankful, because what if we lose one day? We'll be back down to 4 where we started, and we'll still be happy. There we go.
Yeah.
Good morning, Perry. What is going on, homie? Tate, what's up? What's up? Mark Spector Comics in the building. How's it going? Izzy, I just realized I didn't send the link out into the chats. I need to do that. The Ocean was
I sent it to whichever one I'm in, and I sent it out to the Goon Squad, and then I sent it out to Stephanie and because I know she's not in there. She usually goes,
I was
"Can I
smart.
have it?" So it's preemptive.
Stephanie and JB last night before I went to bed.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I can confirm Dersey Boy is off work today, and he plans on hopping on. He's a morning person, so it'll probably be closer to 9:30. I love trolling him. Geek out with Roscoe. What's up, brother?
No.
Space Case Cards. Good morning, Eli. Good morning. I'm sorry, Rob. Every time you start saying something like "Good morning," somebody. How about this?
Acknowledge this chat.
Good morning to everybody, and yes, little clip.
Yeah. Back to the food.
Food. Let's go.
Food, Rob. I am an adventurous menu seeker. I love crazy different food that you don't find on every menu every day, and I usually try that because it's
some that you've had recently, because I'm not that way.
Yeah, neither am I.
Okay, let me think.
Let's hear some.
I mean, I'll tell you. I guess it depends. I'm willing to try. There are certain things I'm willing to try, but then there's certain things that just turn me off, and sometimes it has to do with looks.
Yeah, like I've tried oysters or whatever, and I haven't tried escargot or anything like that. But, and as far as like shrimp go, like I went through cooking school and I had to peel off a ton of shrimp, devein and peel a ton of shrimp.
Yeah, it's great to learn those things, but it's great to learn that. But look, you can buy cooked and cleaned shrimp by the pound for barely a pittance more than buying them raw, where you have to cook, clean, and devein them yourself. Yes, I said a pittance. I said a pittance.
What is that?
Very little.
Oh, okay. Just a tidbit.
I thought maybe you were up on your pirate talk. So
I mean, it depends on what day of the week it is, and it depends on what movie needs to be seen.
But my vernacular is older than I am. Come on.
And normally more foreign than you are too.
Oh yeah.
But so the I mean, yeah, it's just same thing. It's the same thing with like there's certain foods. It's like it's good to know, like, and sometimes it's like, do you know how to clean a chicken and clean and quarter and everything else chicken? It's great to learn how they do these things, but you know what? You could buy it already done.
Yeah.
For next to nothing.
That's the same. Like that's the same thing with like veggie eaters. Like I don't see you out there harvesting a garden for a salad. You just go buy a salad.
Oh, last night I had some really great artichokes. Oh my god.
What'd you do with your artichokes?
Said no one ever.
What do you? No, I want to know.
I love artichokes.
I'm just kidding. I do like me some artichoke hearts.
Oh yeah, you steam them.
Yeah, did you steam them with butter and garlic?
No, I don't do that.
You don't do the butter and garlic thing?
I soak them, then I steam them, and then I dip them in mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Rob 100% has a
That's-
It's like a
fishmonger's
Pulp Fiction
contact.
moment. Mayonnaise, really?
That's how I grew up. Was like asparagus and artichokes. You dipped them in mayonnaise.
I
Weird.
gotta-
Look,
The
I
depth is-
understand. I understand the term.
Where did you
There's
grow up?
I grew up in California, but I mean
Okay.
but my family's from Louisiana. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know where it comes. I don't know where it comes from. I just know that was something that, and I'm not the only person that does it. So
Sure have Tyler and the
weirdest thing I
review
ate,
scores
I
are the
think,
highest yet.
sea urchin. That's what I ate. And I ate it at some fancy restaurant, and it came in like the sea urchin thing, it's outside shell. And I was supposed to eat like the middle of it. And I tried some, and I was like, "This is disgusting."
Isn't that
And
one of those
it's
foods that
so
like
bad.
you're running the risk of getting food poisoning every time you eat it? Like blowfish, isn't that one of the
Blowfish.
ones? Is sea
No,
urchin on that list?
No.
You just can't step on them.
Yeah.
yeah. But the only thing I do, I mean, I do sometimes. I always used to thought that you always had to buy because we kicked off this whole conversation with I was talking about I had some crab the other day, Dungeness crab, and I used to think you had to buy it already cracked and cleaned and all this other stuff, and then I learned how simple it was really to clean the crab, and it is a lot cheaper to not buy it already cracked and cleaned. So I will go ahead and crack and clean it because
Crap.
$2 to $3 a pound.
Real quick, a big
That's
good morning, hello, and
Pressure.
thank you for showing up to Izzy's Comic Verse NYC, rocking the What She Sees cam today. How are you?
I'm
Jesus.
tired. I'm super tired.
This is the man who's in the proper time zone.
Well,
Wake up.
so long story short, my daughter has not been feeling well, and last night was one of those nights.
I'm sorry, dude.
That's
Oh,
disturbing.
that's not fun.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. So she ended up sleeping in my bed while I ended up sleeping in the sofa.
In the sofa?
On the sofa. Probably
You
in the sofa, the way that
on the
sofa works.
and you
You know-
end in the
Yeah, I
sofa.
probably went in the sofa because the way
Yeah.
the seats
You
the
start
cushions
on
go.
and you fall in. Yes.
I just pictured Frank Reynolds and It's Always Sunny emerging out of the sofa. That was Izzy this morning getting out of bed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I can't breathe.
So I had the TV on the whole time, and then I had it set in the timer, but somehow it didn't work properly. So every time I would wake up every hour, and all of a sudden I'll see Mark or I'll see Rob, and just pop up, and I'm like, oh, hello from the Great Wall of Comics, and I'm like, oh, shut up, Rob, I want to go to sleep.
Whose fault is it you have for watching me?
Me.
Yeah. You really you're only yourself to blame there, Izzy.
I know.
Look, I mean, I don't get it. I don't blame you. I mean, given the chance of things to look at, looking at me, I mean, let's be honest.
Please, you're a fine-looking man.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I look in the mirror all the time.
So you
Tyler
have to go
sent
to
you
the.
some link.
You
Oh,
would have
no,
to go to
that's disgusting. Yeah.
You have to go to the cliff meter. So the cliff meter will tell you how good of a looking man you are. Apparently, the highest part of the cliff meter is Mark.
Well, let's be honest.
Mark, how do you feel about that?
Look at
Fabulous.
Do you feel like you won like the cover, like sexiest man on Time magazine or something?
No, it's a pretty low bar depending on who that is writing those stats. And it's always subject to change from what I understand.
What are you feeling like today? A 10?
I feel like a 10 every day. Every day is a good day. Just try missing one.
Yeah, I'm definitely a low grade.
Great. What do you feel like?
Don't get me wrong, I am too. But that's not how
I feel like a 0.5 right now.
That's funny.
I'm slightly detached.
this figure is slightly amazing.
And Rob, what do you feel like right now?
I always feel like $1 million.
Do you? When you wake up, are you always ready to go?
I'm a morning person, yeah. For the most part, I'm pretty good to go. And
Yeah.
I used to, growing up as a kid, my parents used to bought surplus blackout shades in order to black out the sun because as soon as the sun comes up, I was up and ready to roll. So
Yep.
kind of. I mean,
Where
I
you
now as I
call-
get older, I
Yeah,
peter
yeah.
out during the middle of the day,
Mhm.
but then I'm up like as soon as it's about time for most people to go to bed, then I'm bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to rock and roll again. And so, yeah.
I'm kind of on that schedule too. The early bed and rise early.
Yeah, my youngest has got it
feeling?
figured out though, because my youngest has got the schedule where they would not as much now that they're in college, but they used to have the schedule where they would go to bed around 4 in the morning, and sleep until about 8 o'clock in the afternoon. And then,
What?
yeah, they basically almost worked a graveyard shift, or else
Package
She
just
wanted
came
to
in.
deliver papers too while they're at it at that time.
or they would get up in the morning around 10, be up like 2 to 4 hours, then go take an afternoon nap for 2 to 4 hours, or 4 to 6 hours, and then wake up and be up all night until 2 or 4 in the morning. Sometimes I would be waking up in the morning for this show, and they would be going to bed with like passing shifts.
Right.
Your microphone
Maybe
sounds
not.
muffled, or is it me?
Yeah, it was cutting out for a second there.
Like it's getting muffled.
What up, Trav?
Oh, you don't like me anymore? Is what you're saying, huh, Easy?
No, your mic was cutting out
I
for
said-
a second.
I said your mic.
I
your
heard
mic
you.
was muffled.
I heard you. I was putting different words in your mouth.
Don't put anything in my mouth, man. That's weird.
I'm waiting on the response. Just threw you a softball.
It wasn't what was asked the other night.
Look, a package just came in at 7:46.
That's exactly what was said the other night.
Yeah, there it is. Full
Look, the
circle.
package just came in my mouth.
Jesus,
Oh, God.
This makes me happy. I'm gonna open it up right now.
you should do that on camera.
I was going to show you guys something I'm working on too. What is these? I'm doing that.
Yeah, how's the digit?
Oh, it peeled off a good piece of my skin yesterday.
Oh.
So yeah, it's okay now. Now I can sculpt it. But I'm working on these little statues, and I have one that's bronze. I'm making some that are plaster.
Is that sign language for statue?
And
What
I'm
are any statues?
So this is a statue, right?
Oh, was that your MTV award?
That's what it looks like. That's cool.
I think
This
it's
is
cute,
not-
but it's beautiful.
This is a memorial bomb suit
Bomb
EOD
disposal, yeah.
bomb disposal, right?
Oh, I thought it had to do was in Space Force.
At first, it looked like that, then I recognized real quick what that was. Yeah.
Oh, I see that neck guard. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm painting this to look like bronze because it's really plaster.
Oh, okay.
See, so I have another one that's starting out, and then I'm just wondering if anyone's interested in seeing my game. There. This is the plaster version. How it comes out of the mold with just plaster.
There's a lot of reflection off of it. So
There is, yeah. So I'm gonna like spray paint this down all black, paint it, and then put like metallic paint on it to make it look like it's really expensive and bronze. And that's like my technique. And I don't know if I should be streaming that. If any other artists want to see that technique or not, to make something
here's how we make
look
fake art.
bronze.
Wait, yeah.
Curveball. You can also charge them more money to make it look really expensive.
Well, you got to be honest and tell them it's really plaster and it's gonna shatter.
They'll know pretty quick. Yeah.
Even when I was cleaning these up, I even made a little hole. Yeah, you can see the hole. I made a little hole. There's an air pocket here. So I have to patch this up with some plaster Paris today first.
Welcome to the present, Space Case. Yeah, I saw your blowfish comment. I'm like, yo, maybe he doesn't know.
Are you up in a loft?
Me?
Good morning,
Yeah.
Trev.
I'm in like the second kind of, I don't know, tri-level or something.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I was like, all the railing behind you. I was like, oh, it looks like she's up in the loft area, up above everything else.
I'm up in the kitchen right now, actually. Yeah,
Okay, I get it. I understand now.
Okay.
So it's like it's just like it's just a couple steps down then from like you're up in the
That's
dining
like
area. It's a
5
couple
steps.
steps down into the living room type area. Got it. I'm hip. I
Yeah.
had
This
to
is
think how home design. Got it.
this is the one I painted to look like bronze. So you can see the
That'd be
metallic.
very down. Yeah, that is. That's actually.
That is so cool.
See?
It
So
looks way better than the stupid plastic one did. Huh?
yeah, but it's plastic.
Plaster rather. Plastic. Plaster. Tomato.
Yes. And then I have a real bronze to show you if you want to see the difference. Pretty close. And it's a lot heavier. Jesus. Okay, this is the real bronze.
And
Okay.
I put your fake one next to it.
Yep. This is the
He said, "Put your fake one next to it."
this is how I'm gonna make tons of money. Just faking bronzes. So you can see it's similar.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can't imagine the technique getting the different shading throughout has got to be interesting.
Oh, it's so much fun, Rob. You just because I spray paint the whole thing black to start.
Oh, okay.
Like brown paint, and I just like lightly go over the tops of it with brown paint.
It sounds like it takes attention to detail, something that and patience, something that yeah.
I don't have
I have one of those. I'll tell you what, it ain't patience.
to.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You can make me small now. It's okay. I'm going
Oh
to.
yeah, I can do that. I have the power. There you go. Watch this. I'll make Izzy big just to make him feel like he's important.
I'm big. You be quiet. So,
Feel self-conscious.
I know, right?
Feel the weight of the world staring up your nose. Think to yourself, did I blow my nose this morning? Or are they seeing something that I don't want them to see?
So I saw this. I saw this on eBay the other day for the whole set for $10. So it's the Fantastic Four life story.
Oh, okay.
So $10 for the whole set. So you got issue 1, issue 2.
Issue 2? Wow.
Look at that.
I think. Hey, Stephanie, where do you think this is going to go next?
3. I'm just guessing.
Find out. Only one way to find out.
Educated guess.
Yes. You
Come
you
on.
are awesome.
Place your bets. Place your bets. What's next? What's next? Okay, we're in the 80s. This is the 80s. Right.
So this is like their story by decade.
Yeah. So each issue's a decade. So these are great covers.
Okay. Oh, I do remember these. These came out what, a couple of years ago?
Not that long ago. It says the 60th anniversary, so this had to have been 2003. They're coming last year. But these books are
okay.
right now. They're
I
trending.
knew it was recent. I just couldn't remember how recent.
The 2000s, which is issue number 5.
What are you saying? You mean they went to 5? Oh my God, no! They should have stayed 4. 4
I
issues.
know, right? And then you got the final issue, which is issue number 6. And they're old now. If you look at them, they're aging.
Well, in their defense, it has been a few decades.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. Mark Russell. I
And
heard a lot of good stuff about this story. So,
one thing I've learned is that when you've lived on this earth multiple decades, you get older.
they're all in great condition too. So
Is condition everything?
condition is everything.
You know, it's fun to sit here. Let's look at an empty chair.
I know. Well, you got 2 of them. Look at that.
I know.
It's awesome. Silence.
This one's not as interesting to look at as this one. It's got more
I
stuff.
don't know. I kind of like that other one. I feel
The
like
contrast of
someone's
the yellow bars on the chair with the white bars of the fence railing.
It almost feels like it's a hallway in the back, right? And something's just gonna come out of nowhere and just pop out of nowhere. So that's cool. So
Yeah. There you are. I really liked how the Spider-Man version of Life story, but it's a FF fan. Their version felt like it was phoned in. Okay. Have you?
I just got it, so I don't know. I never read it, so
I remember reading it, or not reading it. I remember seeing it, and everyone was like, I remember some people getting really excited about it because the covers were awesome. But I have fond memories of Fantastic Four reading it when I was younger, but every time I've tried since I've gotten back to comics and stuff, every time I've tried picking up an issue to read, I don't have those same fond experiences, and I gotta go like, yeah, I'm moving on.
Yeah, I'm not like I always liked the Fantastic Four, but I never understood the whole like as a kid I never understood the moniker that they had, and now that I know what it meant, that the moniker World's Greatest Comic Magazine, which I was like, is it? You know what I mean? But it was just part of the whole thing of being
the world is full of false advertising.
Yeah.
I mean, take Panda Gourmet Chinese fast food. There ain't no panda meat in it. It ain't fucking Chinese. It ain't gourmet.
God, panda meat.
Maybe it's fast. It's questionably food.
So it could be gourmet and fast?
Panda meat's probably delicious. They're probably all fat.
I don't know. It could be a little woody. I mean, they eat off of all that bamboo.
I don't know. They seem awfully tender.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'm just saying, it's like it ain't. The whole name is full of lies.
Lies.
So, the fact that Fantastic Four bills themselves as the greatest magazine, whatever, don't forget the X-ray glasses. Oh, that's stuff in the back of the book, yeah.
Oh, there's X-ray glasses in the book? I didn't know that.
No, back in the old days, all the stuff.
Oh, I was about to say.
You get all those send it. Hey kids, get your X-ray specs. Get your submarine for $2. It's all cardboard plans or something, and get your sea monkeys and your soft meat. That's what Trev say. Soft meat. Yeah.
I'm going to be on Fanboy Prime tomorrow as a guest for with Neil as a cover battle challenge, and I'm gonna cosplay Poison Ivy. It'll be a Poison Ivy cover battle challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to see how many I have because he asked me yesterday if I could do 5 or 7.
I just got a commission of Poison Ivy.
You did?
And Harley done. I just got photographic proof that it's completed by the artist because I'd paid them half up front and they were getting ready to ship it back to me. Cool. So they sent me proof. So it's actually I had the artist that I'll share this. I mean, it's got watermark on it because he watermarks his images, but he's the artist for or he's a storyboard artist for the Harley Quinn TV show, and he also is also a storyboard artist for Lower Decks. But so I had asked him to do this Harley and Poison Ivy, 2 characters on the cover, and then I said, what would be cool, and I'll pay a little extra, so have some vines kind of going around to the back side of the cover. And so then he started doing it, and he threw in this whole thing with the Joker as a 3rd character to have them doing something. Because in my part of my mind, I kind of imagined them with vines grabbing hold of Kite Man, but this is even better. It's like, and I was like, well, yeah, this is sweet. But so
that's awesome.
$200.
And that's Poison Ivy's pet Rover, right?
Yeah, it's just some vines. Roger.
Looks like a Venus flytrap.
Whether it's Roger or whether it's any other plant, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of dope. I can't wait for it to come in. It's gonna be awesome. Cool. But it just got the notification it got completed. I was all yes.
Nice.
I love these. I love when I can get an artist. I mean, you can't do it oftentimes with the big name artists, but when you get these guys like this guy, he's done some comic work, but he does mostly like storyboard work and stuff for animations. When you can get some of these guys that want to do some of these things, it's not only are their prices usually very reasonable, but be able to get them to do like these wraparound covers and stuff, which on blanks is so awesome when you can get those wraparounds. full color, multiple characters, and a wraparound for $200. Yes, because he was originally like, like a full character. I think he was like $100. You know, it was like he wanted to add color, it would be like an extra $25 or something. And it was like, and I was like, okay, well, what is it if I wanted to do 2 characters and I want to do some vines wrapping around? And I was just thinking like a few vines wrap around the backside, not necessarily a full thing on the back, but you let them take it home and do it at their own. They start getting the inspiration and creativity juices flowing, and instead of making them do it there at the con, they get the time. They do some beautiful work. That's my experience.
It's true. You got to let the artists have some wiggle room to do what they want. Otherwise, you're going to get something stale and something that you.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
I generally like to give them as much leeway as possible. Give them hey, I want these characters. Do what you want, right? Here, in this case, it was like the only thing was like these 2 characters and some vines. That was that was it. Do what you will, right?
Vines are extra.
And he was like, he was like all ready to do it there at the con, and I was like, oh, dude, you don't need to do it here at the con.
That was smart.
I said, I'm not going to be. It wasn't a big con. It was like he's talking. I'm perfectly fine with taking it home. Do it couple, whatever long you need. I know that I also understand that you've got work commitments and everything else that you've got to do first come priority over commissions. So, you just tell me, give me an idea what your timeline is roughly, and I will leave you alone until that time. If I haven't heard from you, then I'll just ping you to check if there's an update on the ETA, if we've gone past it. He goes, perfect. And it was like, if you can get that, you get usually much better work.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how we got Mark.
Will you guys look at my Poison Ivy covers? I actually have comics to show.
Sure.
Poison Ivy covers,
which I never have. So, yeah, they're all Poison Ivy covers, but they're all like mostly Frisian. So,
amazing on Poison
Ivy. Are they from the Poison Ivy run then?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
This is one of my favorite ones. Come on.
Yeah. Jenny Frison.
She's Jenny Frison is actually just been announced as one of the people who's going to be at Heroes Con this summer.
Yeah, thanks to Durs.
Really?
Yep. Amanda Connor is going to be there too, along with Jimmy Palmiotti. So if you got yourself a bunch of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy stuff, chances are you can get a lot of stuff signed.
That's super dope.
Frisian? Okay, I got 2 more Frisians.
Of course, you know who else is going to be at Heroes Con this summer?
Me.
That's right. The Comics Curing Cancer.
Man, come on. She's got comics. Let her shine. She's so proud.
This was like my one moment. I actually have comics.
Wasn't going to stop and stop you from having your time. I'm all about cross promotion and segues.
Good morning, Kim D.
And then I have a Middleton here. I believe this is Middleton.
There you go. That's fire.
Isn't this fire? It's so beautiful. It's almost like a painting. Like
Middleton does great. He did great work. As you were showing the stuff that is incredible. He's not here right now, but the comic vet, huge Frison fan and a huge Middleton fan. He will go on and on about the Middleton Batgirl run, and rightfully so. It was fabulous.
I think this is gorgeous here. So, and then I had one other one too, but I have the one where she's holding up the skull and like a Shakespeare thing. I have to get that one soon. I don't know.
Biggie Shack. He's legioning.
He's legioning
so hard.
Which is better than having legions all over your body.
That is true.
It sounds like
it's felt differently, but the sentiment's the same.
I think I am legioning. Yeah, that could be taken.
Yeah, so there you are. Now you go, Mark. Now.
Madam wants to share something wrong. Have you heard of Comics Curing Cancer? All right, now for the proper. Yeah, this year is a huge year for Comics Curing Cancer. As you know, it's an annual event that takes place in October this year. We've started early and are doing as much as we can to make it bigger and better than last year. And that requires, and we get the privilege of doing all kinds of things. It'll be featured at King Con in New York somewhere here soon. You
New
can follow
Jersey.
them on Instagram to keep up with that. There'll be an exclusive something there for Comics Curing Cancer as well. So if you're there and you go out, be sure to check out the table, the booth. DJ will be there. Izzy will be there, repping the event and doing great work for the cause.
Mhm.
Also, if you look at this slide right here, you'll see a QR code. The 2024 portal is open. This is not just a 3-day donation thing. Never has been. The
year
portal
round,
is
yeah.
open all year round. If you want to, whenever you feel like it, you're able to make a donation. And all donations, no matter when you donate, all go toward and are all recognized through that final event. So whatever we may do or what not, then all of that shows up and is seen. And the big thing is this year at Heroes Con, Rob, DJ, and myself will all be there together at a Comics Curing Cancer booth, table number 1769, right there, pretty much in the center of the showroom floor. There'll also be something special for that convention.
What table was it again?
1769.
Isn't that Rob's birthday? I thought it was.
Dang. Yeah, I can't argue that. I guess it is.
Easy to remember, guys.
Yeah. But, it's gonna be awesome. We're working hard. We're working hard to make this year not only bigger than last year, but different than last year and special in different aspects of it as well. So make sure you're following Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram. That's where news will break first. Obviously, we'll talk about stuff here on YouTube, but updates as we're prepared to drop information and stuff will all be posted on the Instagram page for Comics Curing Cancer.
Are you gonna have stickers and stuff at your booth? You know, what are you gonna have?
We can't
We won't talk about that yet.
Or will not have at the booth, being that there will be there as of right now. C3 is appearing at 3 different shows. King Con coming up, the 3 Men in a Basement comic swap meet kind of thing. They'll have a presence there, and then Heroes Con. So we're going to work on doing this the right way and making sure we're focusing on the most relevant one kind of thing, as to not, we're going to try to push and promote the most relevant one as they come.
We will have stuff announcements as we get closer to the event.
Yeah,
I could tell you right now that for King Con, I will be providing sketches for donations. So that's a good way
Izzy
to
will
say
be
thank
drawing
you.
for free. The one time in his life he will be drawing for free. It's not free for you, but Izzy's not making nothing off of it, which we greatly appreciate his time and his talent.
All I ask for is for a chair.
What a bad idea, the Immortal Shack, Biggie Shack.
Yeah.
If you had some sort of like big black, like punching ball or something hanging there, you get a
what we would love to do is for Heroes Con. I would love nothing more than to be able to set up our photo booth where you have your selfie taken with the boy Tyler's C3 tattoo.
Ooh.
If it ever happens.
Did that happen?
It hasn't happened yet.
It was announced that it will happen in June.
June. It's exciting.
Hopefully before Heroes Con.
Well, yeah. He's waiting for Lee to show up. So when Lee shows up, they're gonna go do it together. I guess it makes sense since Lee could record it. I don't think it will work if he's recording his own tattoo. I personally love that one.
It's almost as if maybe there was some kind of, I don't know, somebody could come up with some sort of stand or holder or something where you could put a camera that would allow it to be able to film without someone actually holding the camera, so that way you could be in front of it.
Like this?
I was being facetious.
I know. You could even
like a tripod, yeah.
Yeah, you could even get a light.
Yeah,
that
would be amazing.
And this is a GoPro, so with a GoPro you could get stop action. So every time those shaky movements.
Oh, there you are. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to leave you. It's the center of focus, unless you wanted to be.
I don't think that'd be a problem.
I wasn't talking to you. You weren't the center of focus.
I wasn't talking about me either.
Good. All right. So good reason. Hey, come on.
Between these two, which one is better? So I have to narrow it down.
I think the one on. It's kind of hard with the light, the ring light. Yeah, that's a little bit. The one on the right.
Okay,
Well,
that's
the one that's in your left hand.
Yes.
This one.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
Because the other one looks like I hate, for some reason, I hate warm light bulbs.
Okay, yeah, they're like grandma-y, right? They're like grandma.
It looks like she's got jaundice.
Yes, she needs some lights. Oh, yeah, she needs a good.
And being that she's plant based, some daylight would do her well. So she needs a nice 6,000
watt bulb.
No, not 6,000 watt. It's the God, what's the right word? Trying to think what it's on the colors. It's a color spectrum for it, but she needs daylight bulbs. How's that?
Okay, she's more of a chartreuse, really. But I thought she was supposed to be actually. I thought she could have her chlorophyll or whatever. I thought she was actually supposed to be like this color.
Green, maybe. Lumens is brightness. Joules is. You guys are coming up with some great words, but they're not correct either. Joules is a measure of energy, and lumens is the intensity of light. 1 lumen is equal to 1 candle light power. Hold on, I will see if I can figure it out. Now I'm also fixated on this.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, hey, Lasco.
Yeah, sorry.
Just wanted to say hi. How y'all doing?
How you doing, Roscoe?
Good.
I'm hanging in there. How you doing?
I'm doing. You know how I do.
What are you working on this morning, Roscoe?
I'm just adding some shading and stuff because I pretty much finished coloring this, so now I'm just gonna shade this bad boy now.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's
Hank
Kelvin.
Hulk Hogan.
Roscoe just drew my spirit animal.
Have you had your propane tank? This one.
Yep, the propane tank in the heart on the arm there is a tattoo.
Oh, is that what that?
Hold on. Sorry, I was so focused on my search that it has to do with Kelvin scale. The 500K, a 5,000K light versus 6,000K light versus whatever it is, has to do with Kelvin. Not to be confused with degrees Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Yeah. That's my problem too, Scotty. I was thinking Kelvin as a measure, as a temperature, but it's a color temperature versus physical temperature.
It's a Scoville.
As opposed to Scoville, which is pepper's heat temperature.
Spicy.
Yes, spicy temperature. Very good.
I am a real American. Fight for what's
Better when you sing with it. I like it. Go, Roscoe, go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be adding the shading and more detail to this.
Are you gonna put any chest hair on him?
Am I gonna what?
Are you gonna put any chest hair on him?
No, because it's supposed to be Hulk Hogan. So, and you know how
does he not have chest hair?
He has hair.
He may have when he was younger, but I think he waxed it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, he has skin of a hot dog.
It all came off with a solar bear.
So when he was a villain, when he started as a villain, he had chest hair, and he shaved it to form a T, the letter T, and he was called Thunderlips.
That was in a movie.
No,
Thunderlips.
Thunderlips. That was from Rocky, but he had a T. His chest was a T, and then when he became, what we know as Hulk Hogan now, then he was
Hulk
Rob
Hogan
said,
before he was Thunderlips.
This is the picture that I'm homaging.
Oh, nice. You're gonna have some fun. Look at those muscles.
Yeah,
Harry Balea.
That's what I'm homaging with Hank Hill here. That's what. So
I can see it.
Nice.
so
Thanks for showing us your reference.
yeah. And then I finished the shading on this bad boy. So this one, because I could just when I'm here in front of the camera, I can just add the shading, and so
I love that one.
That's beautiful.
yeah.
I love the brickwork in the back.
Spunky and Heifer came out really cool, but yeah. So yeah.
Wow, super good.
Yeah, because it's easier. Like I could do that right here. I could just, I could just have the pencil and just shade, But I have a whole area, as you know. You have a whole another area where you work, and it's got to be big open area. So, yeah, but that's what I'm just gonna be messing with.
Cool.
Nice.
Aggressively relaxing says, I was blessed with the natural ability to throw shade.
Sadly, not in my art. Yep.
Yes. Every day. AR, my man.
Mm-hmm.
He is too witty for his own good.
Oh man, it was awesome meeting him.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Got to meet him at Heroes Con. I wonder if he's gonna be. He'll probably be there again this year. I believe it. You going again, AR? Hope so.
Oh, the Godfather's here.
Quite. Yep. We sit.
Hey, what up, Brian?
It is shaping up to be quite the list of artists that are going to be there.
Oh yeah, right. I'm excited to get my Super Pro signed by Joe Jusko. So
well, there you are.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, I do love having those oddity books signed because you get great stories. They're great conversation starters with some of those artists.
Rob, I'm so glad that you just led this to what I'm about to tell you. So, Alex Suviak, right? Of course, he's done Spider-Man. He's done a bunch of different covers. So he did a very random book for the Florida Marlins back in 90.
Yeah, I know this book. You brought this one up because I tried searching for one for you. Actually, I bid on one, or somebody had one up for sale. I made him an offer at a price I was willing to pay to get it for you, but he rejected my offer, and so it still sits at his overpriced price.
Oh man, yeah, because I wanted Alex Suviak to sign it, and he's going to be at Heroes Con, and I just thought that would be so cool.
That Billy Marlin comic.
Yep, Billy the Marlin. Yep, and Spider-Man's on there, and his weapon is a super. So I mean, come on, that's amazing. But yeah, well, I appreciate that, Rob. Yeah, but yeah, I love those weird things, and to have him sign it, and then. Maybe he has a crazy story about it, how he came across doing that cover. I mean,
exactly, yeah.
You need to be prepared, Roscoe, when you go to talk to the artist with random weird questions no one's ever going to ask them, and then they're going to remember you and be like, "What the hell was that guy? What did he ask me?" And you're gonna have some answers, some question no one will ever know.
And that's what I love between the lines, because we don't ask so what was your favorite you know what I mean? People are asking you shout out Dr. Von Hoot for always asking worst, first, worst, and best concert, and that really get, but I love those, people are shout out Callie also asks, who's your favorite historical figure? I mean, these are cool questions, if you ever watch other interviews, 80% of the thing is them talking about what they've done, what they're going to be doing if they can talk about it. You know what I mean? And you can watch that anywhere. I want to have a show where, the chat wants to ask, and I know they have great questions. Again, another one. Do you like pineapple on pizza? I mean, that makes and breaks some people on our show sometimes. Marcus Circumstances made a reel on his Instagram saying how much he hates it. I mean, so, but yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, no, it's great though. It's been fun. I love doing that.
I love watching the show.
And getting like real like reaction, real reaction to impromptu questions.
I personally love watching the show for one thing, finding out how long it will take before the guest actually gets into the show. Because Travis and Roscoe will be talking for a while. It's like, yeah, he's been waiting there for about a half hour now.
We tried to tell people to come a little later, but nobody wants to.
Everybody comes in on time, and you're like, no, this is the one show we want you to be late for.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get more coffee.
But I
for you.
I know.
Love the show. It is a show I watch all the time.
I think that TM and Roscoe have a personal competition against Rob for intro.
Hey, we go no more than 15 minutes.
A romper room.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a Wednesday show is what you got soliloquy.
Everyone appreciates a good soliloquy, Rob.
That's right.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah, I do. I'm always cognizant of the time that goes. You want to do some intros or anything else, but I'm always trying to. Okay, I can't go longer than 15 minutes, and that's why. So I've gotten to the point now also where I've started going back and putting skip the intro. So anybody who's like watching on the rewind, they can just click and go right to past all the intro and right to where the content starts. But anywho, good morning, Mr. Biggie Shack.
What a big.
What is up?
What up, Biggie?
Yeah, there's a bumpy road right by the school when I drop my kid off.
It sure is.
And
That's how they make you sure you slow down.
Yeah, well,
either that or it's a really smooth road and you're driving over children.
It's about a half a block away from the school, so I don't think it's like speed bumps.
It's just the playground.
It's our city's fine.
What's streams? I don't know anything.
So I was looking at those original art pieces, and I was wondering, Roscoe, if you were. I never got to see like links. I prize tagged him a piece you did, I think, a long time ago, and I don't think he ever showed it on Instagram. I was wondering if you remembered what it was, or
for DJ.
Yeah.
I gave it to him. I think it's the one I gave it to him in person when I saw him at Heroes Con. Or no, wait, which one is it?
I won it on.
I'm trying to think.
It was, I asked him about it, and he I think he said like, you take a little bit of time or something, and I was just like, okay, and I didn't never said anything. I thought he just showed on Instagram, but I think I won it on Durs like 6 months ago or something. So I just thought I'd ask you if you can remember. If you can't remember, it's all right. It's a long ass time ago, so I'll just ask him again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, I'll double check, bro.
I figure it's just some like Thanos thing, or I don't know. You know how DJ is.
Because I gave him a piece when I saw him at Heroes Con. That was more than 6 months ago.
Yeah, I like those comics you were showing, Madame. I know last time I asked you about some comics, you was like, I don't really have any comics. I'm like, okay. I could have sworn I've seen you with books before and shit, and now you got a bunch of those Ivies are freaking gorgeous, man. I'm not much of a modern collector, but I gotta admit those are good.
Yeah, she's my favorite modern day, I think. And Middleton, I really respect his stuff too. But she has such a distinct style. It's easy to pick her stuff out, you know.
What's up, Biggie?
Yeah, I witnessed. What's up, Legion?
Nothing much. Just sent the kids off to school.
Yeah, I'm on the same stuff. I had a shitty day yesterday. I wake up and I try to call my mom, and she didn't answer her phone. The phone wasn't ringing, and I waited about 4 or 5 hours. And she usually gets up early. I'm just like, this ain't fucking right. And so I called her neighbor. I was like, you mind going over there and knocking at the door? So they go over there and knock at the door, and then they call me, and they're like, she's not answering. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they're about 120 miles away, so I guess I'm on my way. And they're like, oh, here she comes. And it was because the stupid phones were down. AT&T was down, and she had a day. Yeah, it was like some weird outage or something, and so that was fun. That was a lot of creepiness. But she went to a concert. She didn't go to school, so it threw me off. Or not school, but work. I don't know why I told y'all that, but it was just
the worst goes through your mind. I remember my mom, like when she had cancer, she like was in the bathtub and couldn't get up and was like stuck in the bathtub for a long time and was like finally got out. And I was thinking like, God,
yeah, that's my worst. Like I would hate to like, okay, so what if I went to bed and I didn't like try to get a hold of her and she was like laying there like, oh, that's what I was thinking.
When moments like this, you tend to think the worst, unfortunately.
Of course, every time.
You know what I mean? Because I was the same way. It's like at first, when in the morning my wife was leaving to go to work, she was trying to call me and she couldn't call me, and my phone was working at the time. But then when I got to work myself yesterday, it was like, wait a minute, why is my phone on SOS? And it was when I went to look online, that's when they started talking about the outages. And AT&T didn't report anything until like 3 hours later. So it lasted till about 12:30 when it started like at 6 a.m. So yeah, stupid.
Don't know. Didn't have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was in major cities, though.
Not on AT&T.
Yeah, but it happened to all the other ones too. It's just AT&T was the biggest.
I've never had my cell phone have an outage.
It didn't affect me because I was on Verizon.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a real thing.
I would only have AT&T if I got in the car and drove. It means I had no Wi-Fi hotspot in my car. Oh, gee darn.
Yeah.
Biggie, it looks very cold where you are. Where are you?
Right. All right, guys, I gotta go downstairs. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Speaking of cell phone outages, yesterday the sun ejected 2 of the largest solar flares it has in the last 11 years.
Wow.
But was it ejected towards Earth? The sun being a 360-degree sphere, the Earth only having a very small chance of it being hit by something, unless it doesn't really matter.
The fact of the matter doesn't affect Earth a lot, but yeah, we get hit a lot.
I mean, what I'm saying we do, but I'm saying is the sun has a very large surface that points in a lot of different directions, and the Earth is only in one little plane.
There's only one straight line from.
I think you asked me if it's cold where I'm at. It's actually a lot warmer today, but I'm cold natured, so I feel a lot of stuff on my head.
I actually laid out in the sun yesterday on my pool. I just told you all that because I just thought I love that.
Thank you for sharing.
Because you can.
You should all move to warmer places.
I did open up the windows yesterday, so
ooh.
Yeah, it got outside temperature was up above 70. So
I got my Columbia jacket on, so it's a little warmer. Usually I wear my duster, so it's Columbia jacket weather right now.
Nice. Before we might close, but Stephanie can lay out in February.
Just to throw this out there, Rob, reading about these
living in the desert,
coronal mass ejections off the sun in any direction affect the solar system's atmosphere, including Earth. I'm learning this right now myself. Like I didn't realize that either. But yeah, it looks like these specifically are known to have messed with shortwave radio transmissions temporarily.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously Well, it'll
A
affect
direct hit would
solar.
be different. Yeah.
Yeah, solar atmosphere, would have can cause some various interferences. Stuff that's nearby glances can affect obviously satellites and other stuff, and then of course, a direct hit is the one that you don't want because of our over reliance on electronics and such a gigantic EM blast potentially having.
Shut us down. The World Health Organization warned late last year that something of not like coronal mass ejection causation, but something natural event will be shutting down our grid when they were doing their presentation, which is kind of scary.
Damn.
Oh.
That's like really bad if that happens.
They did an entire PowerPoint presentation on it, like a video package on it at their summit. It's very scary.
There's a lot of things that have potentially potentially could happen that can cause real disruptions that some of these emergencies groups and whatnot have to think about to try to have contingencies for. But unfortunately, there's so many of them that it's like they end up having to play the statistical odds of going, what's efficient for us to do this, or at least what can be used, for multiple different has multiple uses potentially, because trying to prepare for everything unfortunately is cost prohibitive.
Taylor said his work does PowerPoint presentations when people don't refill the toilet paper. Just saying. Yeah, that's fair.
I would love to live in a Faraday cage, but you know
Let me test this one out real quick, guys.
I used to
Love me some Tron.
I'm an OG
Yeah,
Tron.
I wanted to
I used
run
to work
that music on it, see if I get dinged for that short clip or not.
Yeah, it's short enough.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, okay. So I used to work at a pork rind factory. We'd have morning meetings about people shitting on the floor or pooping on the floor in the bathroom.
It's weird y'all have to have meetings.
Savages.
They were animals, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Even an animal, litter box. Some of them.
It was brought up about once a month. They'd remind people.
Biggie, you should have done that, bro. After that meeting, you should just bring like a litter box into work and put it in the bathroom when no one was looking and just enjoy the conversation. Just sit back and let them talk and try to figure it out.
You should have threw a Snickers bar in there too. That'd be hilarious.
It was so weird because they'd bring it up like once a month. It was like, it's still a problem. Like, I never seen it, but they kept saying, please stop pooping on the floor.
Meetings, plural.
I'm getting desperate. Please stop.
I'm not going to pin it on a specific race because that's what they would try to do. But I don't believe that's what was going on. I think it could have been anybody.
It's so funny. I remember my high school teacher said that, oh, you think boys' bathrooms are bad? After a dance, he had to clean the girls' bathroom. And he said that was far worse than having to clean the boys' bathroom. The girls were far nastier.
I remember people used to joke and say they poop in urinals. I don't know if y'all remember that little gag like 30 years ago, but
gross.
What other topics are there this morning?
Are you talking about work meeting conversations?
Yeah, that's fair.
About
I blame
the level
Taylor for this. Taylor brought it up with the toilet paper comment. Fair comment, but I understand how we got here.
See, Scotty agrees with me. He was a lifeguard for the girls' bathroom. It was always worse.
You say so.
I have no way of knowing personally.
Yeah.
So, anybody seen Madam Web yet? I decided to make the thumbnail Madam Web, assuming that everyone was just too busy last weekend, and by now everyone's gone out to see it. Does that happen?
Isn't by now everyone heard it was terrible and didn't go see it?
Yeah, but we've established over the course of the last few years that nobody listens to reviews and everybody goes to see for themselves. So I'm assuming everyone went to see it by now. Right, Roscoe? I see you over there. Right? everyone's so proud of themselves for not ever taking other people's word for something, and they know for themselves.
Yeah,
I did not see it.
I was too busy watching Bad Batch yesterday while I was on the treadmill.
That's fair.
The last movie
James Cameron is the GOAT. James Cameron is the GOAT.
Last movie I went and saw was Guardians, so it's been a while for me.
Which one? The first one?
No, the last one.
The second one.
Third one.
Yeah, third.
I can't wait till the new Dune comes out. That's gonna make sense.
Yeah, early reviews are in. It's like rated ridiculously high.
Really?
Ridiculously high. Yeah.
It was actually a bad. It was a bad experience because I didn't know what was going to happen in Guardians, so I took my kid, and it was just torturing a freaking raccoon for half the movie. So I didn't really have a good time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It was horrible. I was like, why y'all gotta pester Rocket so much? Golly. The other two movies weren't like that.
Because they made him likable finally.
Jeez.
They had to show why he was like that, basically, right?
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Trev the Shipping Guru says Avatar The Last Airbender was pure fire. Yeah, that's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Also, it's known as a cinematic masterpiece. And for what I understand, Netflix did a TV show that's okay. It's still not the cinematic masterpiece beloved by fandoms far and wide, like M. Night Shyamalan's film.
Jason Momoa is just I think he was best as what was he, Drago, in Game of Thrones. He just owned that so well.
I know a lot of people probably haven't seen it, but he crushed it as Conan as well when they did a Conan the Barbarian film with him.
I saw that too.
The script wasn't like anything to go brag about, but his performance as Conan was amazing. I was too busy watching the Mean Girls musical, and then I was so upset by it that I went to work and pooped on the floor. Fair enough. Yeah, the Netflix that people are paying.
Did Aquaman's lady poop on the bed too? There's just lots of
something about poop today, guys. I just
lots of relation there.
Does anyone know when the last Spider-Man movie will be available on streaming? Because I've been waiting for a long time.
Which one? The Far From Home, the one with all of them in it, or the animated one?
The one from 2 years ago, I guess.
It is streaming, but I think that's what is it? Sony. So it's on like the Venom movies and the Spider-Man movies have always been on some other platform. I don't know if they moved them to Disney or something, but
it's weird because the first Going Home movie's on Disney, but the second one ain't. So it's just like, well, what am I waiting on? I don't understand.
Yeah, I see Far From Home, which is the second one, and the first. So 1 and 2 are on Disney Plus right now. The Tom Holland 1 and 2 are. Let's see what streaming. But I wonder if there's like some kind of deal that the Sony streaming whatever gets it for X amount of time before it moves to Disney. Let's see, Spider-Man. What's it called? No Way Home? Is that it?
I think so.
It's not telling me where.
No Way Home.
My library.
Home Run.
It's something home.
Yeah, they have the most confusing trilogy titles ever.
I'll see like the 1 and 2 pop up on. I'm like, oh, cool! I get to watch, and I'm watching it for like a half hour. I'm like, this ain't it.
Yeah, it's not streaming anywhere right now. It doesn't look like. I mean, you can rent it and buy it on platforms, but it doesn't look like it's included with any services right now. I don't know.
Taylor.
Don't know. Your mom's home.
They should call it No Streaming Ever, is what they should call it.
Spider-Man, no stream attached.
Sure.
Look, no streams. Spider-Man over 50, no stream.
Right,
well, you watched the movie Legion. What did you think of Madame Spider, whatever it is?
It's bad. It's definitely bad. The best way to describe it is like the movie is like written and directed and edited like a typical film from 2001 that we would have thought, yeah, that was okay. but the difference is it feels like it's been shelved for 2 decades, then released this year. So it just it doesn't stack up at all. Like it legitimately feels like you're watching a normal superhero movie in 2001 where they're like afraid to commit too much to costumes or they want to try to keep it overly grounded when they don't have to. And I don't know. It wasn't good. I went into it like expecting to just like watch it ironically. Like I could tell from a mile away. I said this before it came out that it's going to be like Morbius bad or worse kind of thing, and it was. But because I watched it like that, I enjoyed my time watching it. If that makes sense, it was like watching a cheesy Sci-Fi Channel film.
Can you tell me like the characters in it? Like I'm guessing the time chick's in it. Is Spider Woman in it? Like what is going on?
There's 3 Spider Women in it.
Okay.
So you have Julia Carpenter, like the black suit Spider Woman.
Yeah, they should have named it after that character. That's the biggest character. That's where they messed up already.
Anya something, and then there's
Aranya.
Aranya, yeah.
Taylor's comment is funny.
Anya, Anya, Anya. So some of the names they're not exact.
Oh,
so
Anya. Okay. Yeah,
so some of the names like they slightly changed up for whatever reason, and again like it's that time era when like let's just call him David Banner for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Because we don't have the rights to use the others.
You know what I mean? But it was bad. But the fact of the matter is, Rob, I'm a true Marvel fan, so I saw the movie, and I always judge for myself.
You always have an opinion by yourself. Yes.
That's so true.
So what was your
sincerity, Taylor? Like it legit, it has like a lot of those tones and vibes. Like when you see that the way the light, it's hard to really describe this. Like I've watched so many movies for so long in my life, you can almost like see patterns in certain films and kind of group them together in your mind. Like I would categorize this with this with this. Like Halle Berry's Catwoman, go back and watch it now and tell me it's not like a mashup of Ben Affleck's Daredevil and iRobot. That might sound crazy, but when you watch it, you'll see like the cinematic style is a mashup of those 2 films, like the Ben Affleck Daredevil cityscapes and CG style, and then the iRobot excessive light flare lenses and oversaturation and stuff. But this film fits into that mental category I've created like perfectly.
I know it was done on a really low budget for
like
modern standards.
Yeah, $7.
What was aside from that, I mean, did you at least walk out of it thinking to yourself, I was entertained?
Yes, absolutely.
Wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, anybody going into it with expectations outside of what it is will come out of it sad. Anyone going into it like assuming like the quality of the film and knowing I'm just going to watch this just to check it off the box kind of thing. You know, it was entertaining. It felt like Final Destination with Spider-Man characters because her whole premonition things, and you have Ezekiel in a black suit Spider-Man costume stalking them and killing people along the way with spider abilities. So there's this point in the subway where they're like about to run up the stairs and have to stop because he's coming down them, and they're already surrounded by cops. So they go running, and the cops are trying to address this guy coming at him, and he just takes to the walls and the shadows, just yoking them and stuff. I'm like, yeah, what if Spider-Man was just an evil SOB? Like that would be terrifying, like legitimately terrifying. He would be a tough villain to overcome.
So go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I saw Hudat say Sony was almost ready to sell the rights to Spider-Man, but they weren't allowed because they were contractually tied with Disney, and they agreed to let Disney use the likeness, and it brought in revenue, but Disney couldn't make money off of it or something, and that screwed everything up because they should have just let them. They shouldn't have done that deal, and then we might have been able to get it back. And
I want to tell you right now, I don't know what he said, but I'm just on that topic. Sony will never let go of Spider-Man, ever. That is one of the biggest character franchises that has ever existed, like independent from the company it's attached to. They will never let go of Spider-Man if they have one brain cell in that entire company. Never. It's the biggest financial misstep that will ever take place if they willingly sell off Spider-Man. They had that deal with Disney because Disney wanted so badly to put Spider-Man into the movies that they got a cake deal. Disney put up most of the money, put up most of the risk, put up everything. They just collected dollars. The only downside with that is you created a generation now where the known Spider-Man that will work in film is attached to something other than your original IP. So you kind of got to do something else. You know, you don't have to do something else to keep the license. The license is good. But if you want to just keep making content to make money, you got to do other stuff. Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Morbius, Madam Web. They're just firing to see what will hit and what won't hit. Venom is crushing it. They're making tons of money on Venom, despite the fact that a lot of people don't care for it. The vast majority of people do. They make those on moderate budgets. Believe it or not, the first one was an $80 million budget. It bankrolled. The second one, they only bumped it up to $100 million. Crushed it in the box office. They're already working on a third one. They have a everyone says Sony can't make Spider-Man stuff. Whether I like it or not, they have a stellar track record of 13 wins to 2 losses. Stellar track record. Like whether you enjoyed the film, your taste or not, just talking about successful Spider-Man projects on film, 13-2.
Well, they're making money off the Disney stuff too, so yeah, that was a smart move they made.
Yeah, Disney's feeding them. Yeah, of course it was. Like, you want to use them, fine, use them. Just give us our money. Yeah, Marvel, pay us for Spider-Man.
So I don't know if we'll ever get out of this thing. I think it's just going to keep going and going.
I have yet to see any of the Venom movies. Actually, I haven't seen any of the Venom movies. I haven't seen the Morbius movie. I haven't seen any of the Sony tie-ins. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Venom stuff. It's just my preference. Like I'm a Spider-Man the animated series Venom. Like, that's my Venom. I don't care for what Donny Cates' run did for Venom. I know a lot of people praise it, like where he was when it started versus where he was when it ended. It's not really my jam, so I just don't participate.
It's really caused it to get very bizarre.
Yeah.
Now the Venom today, which is really a derivative of that Cates run. It's kind of like the after effect and the fallout. It's just, man, it's like Nick Spencer.
Dirt has treading water. Sony's also doing the games. Those games. I didn't even think about that because they don't come out on Nintendo 64. But dude, they're never. I don't know what you heard, but it was wildly fallacious information. Sony's bankrolling Spider-Man and will never let him go.
All they have to do is keep turning on.
They were
themselves to keep.
Supposedly they were. Yeah, supposedly they were close to having to forfeit it, but
there's a difference between like having to make something faster, you lose it, and willingly wanting to let it go. I can see that. That's why that Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie was made. It was literally made with the intention of never to be shown. Like, only a few people behind the production of it knew that we were never going to release this. Everyone who was cast, everyone who was on the crew, they thought they were making a film like they do every other day. But Avi Arad and a couple of the other producers went in knowing we have to make this in order to keep the license to make it when we really can make it. I could see them having done something like that if they were in fear of actually losing it, because that's too much money. It's Spider-Man, you know what I mean? Like, he's, as Chris would say, Marvel's franchise. Like, that's a franchise character all on his own.
It's so ridiculous to be tied in with this crap and having these bootleg movies coming out, but that's the world we live in, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the movies are just helping all your comics, stay relevant. So
keeps conversation going, whether they're good, bad, or neither. Like, it's something to look forward to, talk about, pan, whatever. They're fun. They're fun if they're good. They're fun if they're bad. We find enjoyment some way in it. And honestly, it brings us together as a community. It really does. Like, we share in conversation. Yeah.
We should be happy not one place owns everything, but it would just be it would be nice if it was good, really good, but it's okay.
Well, the Spider-Verse stuff, everyone praises and loves. The Venom stuff, again, the vast majority of people enjoy it, where some of the hardliners that grew up with these characters, they feel different. That's fine. Everyone doesn't have to like it.
Who owns the Spider-Verse animated stuff, Legion?
Sony.
So, oh well, yeah, they're killing it then.
That's what I'm saying. They're dominating, bro. Like everyone.
Oh, okay.
There's this false internet narrative that's going around. Sony can't do this. Like, dude, you're high on internet comments. Like that's how easily influenced some people are. They are absolutely dominating. Those 2 losses mean nothing. Disney just went 2 years with nothing but losses, and they're still dominating when it all comes down. $200 million company, despite 2 years of nothing but losses. That's still dominating.
I'm not going to criticize them again. I wasn't sure that they owned animated stuff, so now that I know that, they're doing well. They're okay in my book.
The animated stuff and the video games alone. Those things alone.
Yeah, video games crap is oof.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest PS5 games they
and
got.
I believe that they're attached to the merchandising, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to double check on that. But if they're attached in any way to Spider-Man merchandising, you don't even have to release anything to be making money. It's wild. What? Good morning, Pop. What is up, Dersey boy? I'm planning to get a PS5. I played the first Spider-Man on PS4 because I have one. There you go. Did they not make Spider-Man 2 for PS4? I can't keep up. They make so much consoles. It's like getting an iPhone anymore. Having a console is like, all right, I'll get a new one next year.
I know my game.
Come over, Mark. We'll play on the 2600.
Let's get the Atari out.
Yeah.
Remember the Jaguar console?
I do remember it. I never owned it. I had the Atari 2600, and then I had a Nintendo 64, and that was it.
That's it. That's all you need. I mean, you can want other stuff, and that's fine, but all you need.
Yeah, like at one point, I said, I don't need any. I mean, I got an emulator, and I've got at one point I had Street Fighter just on one of those little single game things that you could plug into your TV, just so you could play Street Fighter. It's like, okay.
Yeah, Pop got me one of the well after this was got to be like 10, 15 years ago. But Pop got one of those Atari joysticks. He's got the joystick and the button.
Yeah. It is.
And it's got like 20 games on it.
Yeah.
Got us one of those.
That would be much better than the stupid emulator I have. Just because this emulator uses Bluetooth to the controller and the lag. If you ever try to play Pitfall Harry and jump on an alligator's eye with the lag from a fucking Bluetooth, it is so much more difficult.
No, it is, dude. Yeah. I was playing Cool Spot on my emulator, and I used to crush that game. I was just not doing that well.
Oh yeah, you got that new video game thing with all the games on it, right?
Yeah, I think the format's just so small; it's just harder to do than on like a TV on some of the games. Some of the games play pretty good, like the Tekken. I can do well on it, but like some of the Sega Genesis games are a little harder than. I
got one of the emulators. It was like $40, and it plugs into the TV and it has 2 controllers or whatnot, and it's got all those games. You can go back and play the old WWF games and play all the Marios and the just about any game there's something like 5,000 games on it or something. It's like insane. I was playing Simpsons. That was the game that was like I was able to get pretty reasonable that one and the old Double Dragon.
Yes. Love those both.
Although I was humbled by the stupid computer when I was trying to play like Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah, that game was so fun. Like when I accidentally would pull off the big move.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Or Iron Man comes out with his
smash buttons and jiggle joystick. I don't know what I'm doing.
Not at all. Mm-hmm. I think Biggie was talking about it on the stream not long ago on his channel, like some of the fighting games that are kind of just easier to do than others to like master. And Marvel Capcom was one of the ones as a kid, like there's no rhyme or reason in my mind. I could play Virtua Fighter really well on arcade. I remember playing that one like actually on arcade a lot. I loved it. And Tekken always seemed to be easy to pick up on, like finding a specific character's groove and some of their like their decent moves, not like mastered or anything like that. But Mortal Kombat always just the whole patterns thing comes into play. Mortal Kombat is a great fighting game if you're somebody who's good at remembering like patterns and stuff, because there's only so many available possibilities, and you can just run through them no matter what character you have and find really decent moves for people.
Yeah. If
I
have,
knew
if
on
you have,
a Tekken, I was able to win like 30 or 40 with any of my friends, and I'd beat everybody really good. But on Marvel Capcom 3, I knew a guy that could do the specials every second, and I was like, dude, you should be like competing on the circuit or something. And he just quit playing, but it was amazing. Like 36 hit combos, 78 hit combos. I couldn't believe it. And
I just imagine
was.
doing
I don't
combos
know. How he
like
did
that
it.
in Killer Instinct. Do you ever play Killer Instinct?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had Killer Instinct. It was
I
great.
love that game, man. I love the characters in it. The designs, like Thunder was awesome. Cinder was the easiest one to do combos with because all of his stuff involved hitting forward, and you're kind of needing to go toward your opponent anyways. So you're kind of just like rocking with him. JB. Oh, JB, good morning.
Justin.
Well, I'm gonna head out, man. My girlfriend and I are gonna.
All right, can
stuff,
confirm.
so.
Biggie hates Justin Birch. Got it.
No. Good morning, guys. I'll see y'all
You're
later,
muted,
man.
JB. All right,
Okay,
Biggie, take it easy.
Why?
Yeah, Primal Rage was awesome. Blizzard was my guy. I always had a thing for gorillas. Blizzard was awesome. You had him and the red gorilla. That was really cool because you had like dinosaurs and stuff. It was funny. You could like scoop up and eat the people out of the background.
that's what I liked about Rampage.
Yeah, they have that for 64, dude. They have Rampage World Tour. That's actually a really expensive game to get on Nintendo 64 comparatively. Like it's not one of the highest end ones, but it's definitely not like it's in like the middle range. You're going to be paying upper double digits.
I vaguely recall having it. I think for 64 back in the day, but
It was just like the arcade version. Like
I love the
Spawn.
arcade. Yeah, I was like, oh, eat people.
Yeah. I need to get that one for Finn. He would love that just to be able to, because I could get the gorilla and he could get the lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Climb up a building and climb down while you're punching.
Yeah, that's one of the few Nintendo 64 games that I don't have that I would love to have. But I don't hunt them down crazily. If I come across
We can hear
them,
him. Hold on, he's talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say kicking people
Yeah.
in
Yes.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, when a train was coming or something, you punched the train and it bounced back the other direction, and
Yeah.
I remember
that was a
that
fun
grab
game.
helicopters out of the air.
Yo. From the shadows, back from the other side of the world.
What's
Coco
this?
loves Chevy. What is up, brother?
There you go. Yeah.
What is up, homie?
Rap Feuds East versus West was my favorite. I didn't realize there was a fighting game
I
based
didn't know it was
on.
called Rap Fuse. I thought it was like called like Def Jam Fight or something. They had like different rappers you could fight as.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
So-
It was.
So
It was
was
goofy,
it?
but fun.
I'm sure it must have been focused on rappers from like the late 90s and beyond.
Early 2000s, and they had late
Okay.
90s. They had 90s rappers in there, but it came out in the early 2000s. So you had like 50 Cent. I think Nas was in there. Like I can't remember all of them. It's not my cup of tea. No, like you might be joking. There it is. That's what it's called. Def Jam Fights for New York. Yeah. So
Okay.
DJ was joking, but that's a real game, my dude. You
'Cause
just had
back
the
in-
name wrong.
Because I don't know. I don't want to have that whole NWA crew, and there's some tough guys back in the day.
Yeah.
We'll throw up Too Short. He's out of Oakland. He can.
Yeah. Icons. That was one that I think that I had. It was for PlayStation 2, so that would have been Xbox One. Then they also had Def Jam Vendetta. So they made a few of them.
Really?
PlayStation 2 era stuff. Yeah. Exhibit was in it. There we go.
When he wasn't busy fixing people's cars, or what?
And when he wasn't pimping people's rides and ruining their lives on accident. Like it's funny. You can go watch some really cool Where Are They Now stuff out there, obviously, but the Pimp My Ride stuff is hilarious because the people tell the stories of their cars like catching fire or the doors falling off like within a week. Here's another one. Wu-Tang versus Shaolin for the PS1 was bombastic. So now at this point, I don't know if he's being serious.
Justin, are you working in your calligraphy today?
No, I'm lettering.
He wants to pay the bills.
I just want you to see a little bit of calligraphy here, in case you're worried.
Looks like my son wrote that.
Yeah, my daughter wrote that, so. I just had to bust it out. I tried to get the calligraphy pen to work and write your name, but it wouldn't work. So
There's a I vaguely recall the technique involved. I haven't done calligraphy in a long time, but I do remember the technique of having to hold the pen just right, so that way you would get the fat to narrows as you made different things. And
you got to get that ink.
I do not. Well, yeah, don't miss changing out inks and or having to dip my feather in the ink. Yeah, just beat everybody to it.
17, 16.
That was
Right.
It was a nice improvement though over when we had to toggle this chisel from being narrow to fat as we were going. Yeah.
I don't know.
Justin, did you get a haircut?
I don't know about that. There's 260 something games
couple
on
weeks
different
ago.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Okay.
He had to
2-3
get
weeks ago.
all cleaned up. His wife was taking him to
Yeah.
for
Had to
some
be a
award.
trophy husband.
Show
Did
him
I
off.
miss
and say-
membership gifting?
She was going around to some big shindig and showing him off, saying, I married a comic book letterer."
Yeah.
It's a badge of honor. It really
Hey,
is.
Rob.
There you go. Right there.
Beautiful. Oh, you look so nice all dressed up.
He's a mogul in the comic book industry.
Which equates to being slightly below a mogul in the Subway sandwich restaurant business.
So, she's like, he's been nominated multiple
sound too
times for
I would have
awards.
given you a Blimpies mogul, but whatever.
Letterer, that's betterer. Good one, Scott. You don't have
Hold
to
on,
spell,
I need to.
you don't have to spell to be a letterer.
I need to change my business cards now.
So how many people are going to go see Dune on Sunday? I think it comes out Sunday, right?
Sunday would not be the day that we.
It comes out March 1st, but I don't know where they're, obviously with a movie of that caliber, there's going to be early screenings and stuff like that throughout. I don't know. I'm definitely seeing it. That's one that my wife loves a lot as well. So we're looking forward to it. We haven't made plans yet for it, but we definitely will be.
Trevor's going to see it Sunday.
Boom.
You can give us a big review.
Sunday is the 25th. So, yeah, I need to check and see if we get early showings here in Augusta because this is my weekend off. It's also Monkey just turned 4 this past Wednesday, so we're doing her birthday party Saturday.
Nice. Next thing you know, she'll be driving in.
Yeah, Emma's driving.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like
I'll tell you what,
we're getting shows as early as Sunday as well.
I'm excited for the release of Shogun.
On FX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, those
Dude.
trailers look impressive.
Oh, I loved the book as a. I loved it when I lived. No, I loved I loved the book, and then I loved the original movie or miniseries rather. So I'm like super pumped to see updated version, and the fact that the things that people are saying about it from what they the early reviews and whatnot have me like super excited.
I just started playing this, so I definitely want to check it out.
Is that related somehow
No,
to it?
It is set in late 13th century Japan.
But is that a Shogun game?
I just got done watching
Oh,
Tom
no.
Cruise.
So I just got this book this week, so I'm really
not
excited about the Shogun show.
They're not related.
I just got done watching The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. And
Wait, isn't that the same time period?
actually, it sort of is. Yeah.
Okay.
And it kind of the same premise too, using actually no, I think Last Samurai I think is actually later. That's 1800s, isn't it?
Yeah,
You were going to say something, Robin. You stopped.
it's the last. It's the
So
end
I'm
of
just
it.
they're
Yeah.
not time
Yeah.
period wise. It's not the same.
It's the
I'm
same,
learning. This
it's
is me learning.
It's a similar premise, but it's different times because Tom Cruise's character, that whole thing, that's like post
Civil War, right?
Yeah, post Civil War versus the Shogun. This is
In their
like
prime.
this is like around what, the 1600s, I think it is, because the Portuguese are still super powerful and influential on the global stage.
Yes. I just ate sushi and watched Godzilla. It's all related.
There you go.
So Kyle is working Sunday, so I will not be going Sunday. So I'll wait for a schedule to come in for the week, and we will line up Doom 2. I'm definitely IMAXing that one. It looks huge.
How long is it? Is it going to be 3 hours long though?
Hopefully. I mean, you have to pay to see it, so God, I hope so.
Yeah.
If it's 3 hours long, you need to go to one of those theaters that serves you food at your seat and
2 hours and 46 minutes.
drinks.
It has a plush urinal that right there at the chair that I can just pee
We're
right.
I want to go on record and point out that
cup next to you. Yeah, they could be one of those.
all of y'all have been sitting here for an hour and 35 minutes already with no bathroom break. We'll see if you can do it for 2 hours and 46 minutes.
The difference is
I've watched you do it for like 9 hours.
The difference is I haven't taken my blood pressure medication yet.
Or sat there and drank like a giant drink while you're waiting on a movie to start.
I'm drinking coffee.
I get people not wanting to. All right, so that's another one of those things. Like when I don't understand people not wanting long movies. I mean, like not all movies need to be long, but stuff that like epic blockbusters and stuff like these big movie franchises, you only get like a chapter of this universe every so many years. Like I want as much as I can get, kind of thing. Like I'm happy that Avatar is like 3 hour long movies. I was ecstatic with Lord of the Rings being long, and then even more ecstatic when they released the extended cuts. And I know you're able to watch at home and all that, but you know, like if you got to get up and go use the bathroom and just be excited to buy it when it comes out on disc. See what you miss later.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's one thing I have done in the past is watch it later. You know, like this, the Avengers movie, whatnot. But nowadays, sometimes I'll just sit there and go, like, I don't know, I'm going to go see this. Just skip the blood pressure medication until after get an early movie, watch it early. Yeah. And take the medication later in the afternoon.
What is it with your blood pressure medication, Rob? What is the side effect?
It causes you to. It's a diuretic among other things, so it causes you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a pharmaceutical, read it close. Some side effect may include death. They all say that now. Like they're not on the hook for anything anymore.
Waking up every day may include death. Who knows?
Yeah.
May cause bleeding of the eyes and all kinds of things.
Like at that point, why do you need a long list? Side effects include many things up to death. All right,
may cause weight gain, may cause weight loss, may cause. But if you feel suicidal, contact a doctor, right? Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's just one of those. It's one of those things that it just causes you to have to go to the bathroom more frequently.
Scotty's funny. 9 out of 9 people die. Scientific fact.
That's true.
I'm with DJ.
And 4 out of 5 cannibals agree that vegetarians taste better.
Yeah, grass-fed people. You gotta hit this one first. I just hate the theaters. Just a me thing. He's addressing that. I can't stand being at the movies anymore, and that's not just a Durs thing. Unfortunately, theaters are dying. Like we go as much as we can. Like when there's something coming out we're even semi excited for, we go all in when we go. We get the cups that are themed for the movie and the buckets, and have fun getting to the concession to see what they have, if anything, for the film. And we get in there to a premiere night IMAX, and there's 11 of us in there. I'm like, this is insane.
Oh.
Hey, Aggressive Relaxing started the stream in the bathroom with a stream.
It hasn't left yet. You are the man. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there.
Scotty loves laser discs because you had to get up and flip the disc. That is true. It wasn't even an hour though. It was only like, I think it was like half an hour. You could play them. You had to flip the disc, and then after an hour, you had to change the discs out, as I recall. Unless you had one that played both sides, and then you could go an hour. But yeah, it was crazy.
Rob, how do you say theater?
Theater?
Mark, how do you say it?
Theater.
Justin,
I'm not playing this game.
come on now. You gotta listen.
Theater.
Yeah, theater. Theater, Mark.
Yeah, we just established I'm the only person that says it right.
Say it like from someone from the South, I think.
He says, what does he say? The Theater?
Yeah, you probably say naked too, right?
I don't say theater, it's theater. You got to look at the word, then you just sound it out. Theater.
How do you say naked?
Phil.
Mark.
Huh?
How do you say naked?
Naked.
No, I knew it.
That's how you spell it that way.
Naked and afraid.
Naked.
You want to say naked? There's no Y in it.
No, but it's NAKED.
If you want to
When
pronounce
there's only one
naked.
hold on. When there's only one consonant
Naked.
between two vowels, the first vowel says its name. Kid. That's how it's pronounced. It's how we teach kids to read.
You need to go back and read your phonics book again.
I'm
There's
telling you,
two vowels, so that means the first one's soft. It's
Rob
two vowels separated by only one consonant. It made the first one says its name. It's why my name is incorrectly pronounced, because phonetically my name should be Robert.
That sounds like robot.
Robert.
For it to be Robert, it should be ROBBERT. So that way the two
Go
consonants
now,
block
yeah.
the second vowel from making it say its name.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Taylor.
Robot.
Is it? Do you say bag?
I say bag.
Bag.
As long as we can all agree it's pronounced.
Yeah, and I say, and when you're drinking out of a water fountain, we call it a bubbler. And when you're drinking a soda, we call it a pop, soda pop.
No, that's just using different words. Yeah.
Well, that's some of Wisconsin lingo.
I call my phone witchcraft just to be different, you know.
We also people from Illinois, fibs, FIBs.
What is that? Telling lies?
Blank Illinois
Tell me
best.
fibs, tell me sweet little fibs.
I didn't lie to you. It was just a fib. Well, can you define fib for me?
It's a white lie.
White lie. It's okay. It's a white one. So
Super Mario. Yeah, that's
Look,
one that I hear. I'm like,
there's only one that matters, and that's when we talk about pecans.
Pecan.
Oh,
the pecans, guys.
fucking pecan.
Pecan pie.
How do y'all say caramel?
Caramel.
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 Caramel. Caramel apples, but you make caramel apples with caramel.
Caramel apples.
Yeah, there's some people down here like that. Were like, yo, you got a southern accent, bro.
I know, Roscoe.
That is pretty fun.
We like Main Street through Augusta is like Washington Road, but we still have the folks that call it Washington Road. You know what I mean?
Washington.
Washington. Like, dude, that's too many letters. There's not that many letters in there.
And an H and R.
And Roscoe, just to make it even worse, not only do I make caramel apples with caramel, but when I have more than one caramel, it's caramels.
What?
Okay.
Is this
Someone wants us to all say water. Scott wants us to all say water. So Roscoe? Roscoe, how do you say water?
Water?
Rob?
H2O? No, water.
We were not surprised by Rob's answer.
Justin, we know you're playing, so.
Water?
Water.
Water. Mark?
Water. Yeah, just water.
What you want right now is somebody from Boston when they go wada.
Wada.
Or Jersey.
That was my drill sergeant. My drill sergeant at military school was from Boston, and he was always wada. You guys need to drink lots of wada.
Unless you're a preacher, then God has 3 syllables.
G-O-D.
God.
God. Extra.
Yeah. Anyways.
Water.
Yeah, my wife is one of the people that pronounce boil, bull, and oil. Kyle has a way bigger accent than I do.
Well,
Boil.
If we need to go get an oil change. I'm saying, what?
It's a lot of stuff. It's just regional. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Enjoy it.
I remember when I moved to Arizona, I was teaching, and some kid raised his hand and he's like, "Where are you from?" You know?
What did you
How
say?
boring would it be if we all pronounced everything the same? That would be.
I'm from Wisconsin, and he's like, "Oh, I wonder what your accent was." It's like my accent. I don't have an accent. What? You know? And then I thought about Wisconsin.
Yeah, you're Canadian light. Come on.
I don't have a accent.
Ants.
Everyone else
I was
does.
like, I don't have an accent. I talk just like those people on TV and the news. That's just
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Don't you know now?
Is Minnesota medium Canada?
Yes, I would say they're medium.
Yeah.
The
It's real cold up here, eh?
yeah, that's soda, pop, Coke, whatever you want to call it. That's one of those ones that's very regional.
How did it ever become getting called pop? Where does that
soda
come
pop? Soda pop.
from? I understand that. I'm saying like, this is like, what's like the
fizz,
backstory on it?
the bubbles.
I was just curious.
Yeah,
like I'm familiar with it being called soda pop, but just never knew like why.
I don't know, making the sound when you pop that bottle.
I guess I don't know. I don't know if anyone else knew.
But
histories of words is fun. Like the word often.
Etymology.
That's one random word I pronounce correctly. It's often. The T is silent.
Like often. Unless you say often, and then it's correct.
What is it? Unless you say it with the T, yeah.
Yeah, we say it often. Often enough.
You say it often enough, and you can say it right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can obviously say it however you want, and as long as someone understands what you're saying it right. But like English is a very young language in terms of languages, and a lot of our words come from other languages just evolving.
Yeah, but then it's so fractured and everything else, and it's different regionals too, because that's why you have very different pronunciations and stuff. Certain things from English language versus American English versus Australian English versus whatever else. Let alone even within the American English, which, in our defense, we are one hell of a large area. It's not unreasonable to suspect that you'd have very different versions as it has merged with other regional languages as well. So let's see. Often is often. But
we can all agree it's pronounced bagel, correct?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, God, bagel?
I love nothing more than an aluminium bagel. Yeah. With a glass of pop. I don't know.
Pop.
I know what it is. It's like California. Everything is just Coke.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is down here.
Which is why I always find it's like generically nobody cares, and the only people who care are the people who really who are just super Pepsi fans. Otherwise, everybody just goes get a Coke, and they go like, "Oh, we don't have Pepsi." Yeah, that's fine.
Have you done the Pepsi challenge, Rob? Have you tasted them blindfolded? Pepsi and Coke?
Not blindfolded, but I mean, back in the day, I mean, when I used to drink soda.
New content. There you go.
No, but what is it? So like I remember growing up, we had when I grew up, it was originally in the house we got RC Cola, and then later on it was Pepsi. My dad was Pepsi drinker, so we had Pepsi in the house, and so that's what you grew up with for a while. And I cared about. Then my parents switched to diet, but they hated Diet Pepsi, so they switched to Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And so then we had Coke in the house. When I grew up and I moved out, I started drinking Coke, but now I don't drink soda at all. I don't care one way or the other. I much prefer, if I'm going to drink a soda pop, I much prefer a craft root beer.
And with a slice.
It's so sweet, really. You like the sarsaparilla flavor?
Yeah, I like a nice good craft root beer, as long as it doesn't have a licorice finish.
I like a good
Virgil's sucks.
Birch beer is good.
I think Pepsi. Okay. I tried the Pepsi and Coke, and I think I liked Pepsi better when I tried it. It just tasted better. The Coke.
Well, then the new Coke, that was That was the crazy one.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
Tab.
like a
We did have
Woo!
Tab back in the house
That's cute,
too,
though.
but I mean it was more of they were Pepsi. Dr. Pepper, go to. Yeah, I think every once in a while there was Dr. Pepper, but we weren't really big on that.
Never was a big fan of that.
There you are. That is all I drink to this day now is black coffee, water, and whiskey. Pretty much.
That's it.
Although
No chocolate milk?
with every once in a while I like to feel fancy and I go and I have a glass of wine, like this weekend going to the winery. So
Oh, fun.
yeah.
Look at you.
Fancy.
Fancy pants.
Twirl that
That's right.
mustache with
Yeah, I was about
it.
to say.
We go to the we'll go to the VIP lounge and we'll
Of course
hang
you do.
out and because that's how I roll.
What's your favorite kind of wine, Rob?
That's how I roll.
Whatever makes him feel superior.
I like. It depends upon what I'm eating,
Of course it
but
does.
What if you're not?
I don't drink wine usually. But
What if you're just being a drunk? What's your go-to?
then whiskey.
No, what's your go-to wine if you're just being a drunk?
I don't drink wine for that.
Like a Malbec or like a Pinot Noir? Or you're red?
Look,
Rob
to answer the question, I
away.
understand where we're going with this, right? So I do prefer Pinot Noir from a red perspective, or a Chianti, or when you're not buying Italian wines, it's what is it? It's
It's far.
God, I'm drawing a blank.
Coteron?
No. It a Sangiovese. That's a it's a Chianti, just not grown in Chianti region of Italy, right? Like
I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah,
Bad
exactly.
man put it back.
From a white wine perspective, on a hot summer, I do like a Pinot Grigio. A chilled, it's light.
Awfully sweet.
It's light and crisp, but yeah, it's something like just sitting outside in the patio at a type of thing.
Right.
Oh man.
For when you
What
don't
about
have
you,
time to
Roscoe?
play, and you just got to fuck shit up. Or loco.
Roscoe, do you drink?
No, the only thing I drink is tequila.
Well, what kind of tequila do you drink?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, lately, I really like the Rocks brand.
Really?
Yeah, that was pretty good. But we try a bunch of different ones. Me and my buddies, once in a while, we'll try just a new one off the shelf to see. But more of a Blanc than anything a Blanc. I don't like. I like to be clear. Make myself clear here.
Yeah.
We went on.
You and Tom Cruise.
Has to be 100% agave. Nothing else. Has to be.
We went to the.
You drink it straight, right? No
Yeah.
lime or anything. Just.
Oh yeah, no. I just shots. But I also like a nice tequila sunrise once in a while. And Comic Journey gave me shit about that when I met him at Heroes Con.
I got some stuff you might like, Roscoe. We went to one of our cruises down into Mexico. We ended up on a tequila tour, so it was like a wine tour, but going into the distillery, right, and checking out the whole process of them doing the stuff, and then went back and they did tequila tasting. So they had, of course, the Blanco and the Añejo and all that stuff, and then they also had some different flavored tequilas. And after it was great. It's like you're doing all these tastings of these things, which of course they're doing half shots, but still it's adding up, right? And then they start going, okay, now that we've tasted all these, who's here celebrating a birthday or an anniversary? It's like, here's an extra. Which one do you want? What's your favorite? And give you an extra. And then and it was like this, that. Next thing you know, you're drinking like 7 or 8 shots worth of tequila, and then they march you out through the gift store and stuff. Now that you're like,
guys out when you're done.
I love that shirt and that shotgun.
Two tequilas that were like, my wife really liked this peach tequila that she ended up bringing home. But I got one that was a coffee flavored tequila that was. Oh, dude, it's fabulous, and it's like a great dessert. And you don't drink it like you wouldn't drink it like a normal tequila. This is like
either if it was an option.
This is like it's a sipper. It's like after you've had your dinner, you're having a nice flan, and you have this coffee flavored tequila to go with it while you're sitting around the patio. Oh, it's absolutely fabulous.
coffee flavored tequila. I thought I heard that. That just doesn't sound good, Rob.
No, it's fabulous. Like I
There's a
said,
lot of, I think,
like I said, it's not
cafe
something that
flavored
you would drink just to
beverages.
drink,
Right.
It's
You just sip it.
it's a dessert tequila.
Right.
You know, so like after you've had your meal, like I said, and it pairs beautifully with a flan. It's absolutely, or even with some ice cream, it works fabulous.
Man just said it pairs beautifully with a flan.
Right. Well, I'm correct in this.
Y'all remember that movie Envy with Ben Stiller and Jack Black, where they had the Vaporize, like early 2000s comedy?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Jack
Oh,
Black created Vaporize, and Ben Stiller
yes.
thought he was crazy, but he became like a billionaire. And the whole scene with his family eating flan, and it drove Ben Stiller crazy.
Where does the goo go?
Yes.
Pretty
Christopher Walken. Huh?
Sledge is big on those mostly scotches there, but it's other whiskey there. I don't know.
Christopher Walken had one of his best, low-key best comedic performances in that movie when he was the weird guy at the bar that was helping him dispose of the horse body.
Oh man.
He's like, your husband has the back of a coal miner. I know, I've mined coal.
Taylor, you are correct. You don't drink coffee flavored tequila out of a stripper's belly button.
Well, it's sanitary though. It's fine.
It depends.
It's alcohol. It's sanitary.
But anyways,
Steph,
yeah,
what's
we're
your
Rob,
go-to
when you went there,
foods?
did they show like them like hacking up the plants or anything? Really?
there's
That's
different
so-
there's different sections. Yeah, it was a fabulous experience.
That's so cool, man. And throwing it into like the big fire, like roasting it and all that stuff. Like that's so dope, man. I would love to see that. That'd be cool.
That was great.
That was in Mexico or New Mexico?
It was in Mexico. You
Oh.
couldn't get tequila in New Mexico. Tequila is only grown in the tequila region. Otherwise, it's different.
Oh,
It's-
okay. I thought it was okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Roscoe, what's your shirt? I'm just curious. I see this grilled.
It's Grilled Charlie, and it's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grilled
Oh.
Charlie. And it's like it dissects how to make this sandwich called a Grilled Charlie. It's have you ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I think I saw like half an episode one time.
It's so good.
Is it?
It's-
I know
Yeah, this
Danny
kind-
because he's really funny. So.
Yeah, this shirt's kind of a deep cut though. Like I mean, you know, but it's it has to be made on a radiator. It has to be finished off on made on a radiator though, just to give you a heads up. It says that on here too. So, but superior taste. But you want me to tell you what it is though?
Yes.
So it's peanut butter on the outside, then you put a slice of bread, then you put chocolate syrup, or you put a chocolate bar, and then underneath that is butter, then another slice of bread, and then a slice of cheese on the bottom.
What kind of cheese?
It looks like a Kraft Singles.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, those are, but I mean, I wouldn't use those, but that's what it looks like in this picture. It looks kind of has like a nice sheen to the cheese. So I'm going to say it came out one of those Kraft single packs.
Oh, those are so bad.
Plastic cheese.
Yep.
It was
Uh,
a stop in Ensenada.
This was one of the funniest episodes where the health inspector came and you see how much Charlie does and how he kept walking by, just bouncing the stool one time and kept moving. Just move the dumpster, D. It looks fine. Move it, you stupid. He just goes off on her every time. Then she never moves it. That's the only thing they got dinged for.
Phil's Treehouse is absolutely correct. Phil, American cheese is not cheese. You are correct.
What is it?
Kroger would say otherwise.
It's not like oil.
Well, no, that's why they call American cheese is. That's why it's called cheese food.
American cheese food.
Yes.
Yeah. See,
You
I
talking
don't
about
like
the style of cheese or cheese made in America? Because there's like an entire
The style,
modern
the style when you
cheese made in
the
America.
the
Gotcha.
one is called American cheese as opposed
Gotcha.
to
I know about the
like-
cheese mines, right?
What's your favorite cheese, guys?
Edible.
very simple.
Mark, huh?
The Reserve, Tillamook, extra sharp cheddar, orange, not the white cheddar, the orange,
Okay.
the yellow cheddar, extra sharp in the black label,
Yes.
5 years age.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
Tillamook.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good-
legit. That's legit what Rob said. Okay,
I was
Rob
going
said,
to
Rob-
say the
Brand.
exact same thing as Rob, but he beat me to it. So
yeah, right. Roscoe, what's your favorite cheese?
Man, Tillamook is a really good brand, Rob. It's like, they're really good. But my favorite cheese, I'm a sucker for mozzarella. Like I love fresh mozzarella. That's one of my favorite
Mm.
is
things.
that kind of like mozzarella?
Have you ever made mozzarella?
Come on. Mozzarella.
I just
Yeah.
thought it was weird. You've been speaking proper English this whole time you've been here, and all of a sudden you got an accent.
My grandmother's Italian. I'm not Italian, but my grandmother is. So,
Just-
We're
Justin, what's
American.
your
All of our grandparents are something.
but that's how
Justin,
she would
last-
say it. Oh, and
Well-
Justin doesn't like cheese, so he left.
Roscoe,
Mozzarella,
have you ever made
mozzarella done by the Mott's company is called mozzarella.
There you go.
Right. Justin's back. Now we can
Talk
harass
about your
her.
cheese fetishes, JB.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to
Cheese.
blow my nose.
Oh wow, yeah, that stuff is awful, man. The MRE
Oh.
cheese. It's only that was right up there with the back in the day. You used to have the crackers
American
and cheese, and the crackers and cheese had that little packet on the side. It didn't need to be refrigerated, pasteurized, processed cheese food.
What's your
Speaking of,
favorite cheese? Justin?
speaking of pasteurized and processed,
Lady,
Lady F.
Hi.
Caroline,
I
to get you
love
caught up.
a
To get you
creamy
caught up.
Havarti.
What's your favorite booze and your favorite cheese? Not combined. Two separate questions.
Oh, that's a whole nother question if we're combining them.
We're not combining them yet. Yeah, we're working
So,
up.
Yeah.
like spirit, like in terms of like mixed drink, man, I want a clean vodka. I want a nice clean vodka. I don't
Like
want
a
to taste it. I
Tito's.
want to get up and feel shook.
Yeah.
When it comes to beer, I love pale ales that are sweet wheat pale ales.
Hefeweizens.
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 Yes, I like hefs. And
We call those
fucking-
cows.
and
And
cheese.
whiskey.
Whiskey I can't do because Crown Royal a type of Canadian whiskey?
Yes.
Whiskey?
And Jack Daniels. I drank too much whiskey in college and there was too many bad experiences. So now that when I try it, I gag because I feel college all over again.
I understand. That's how I feel with Jaeger.
Yeah, whiskey is
Yeah,
college.
it's awful. Yeah.
I drink too much. But yeah, cheese, man. I fucking love cheese. I
What-
think you have an issue not liking the white because the white's the natural color.
Talk about
That
white
sounds
cheddar.
terrible.
Yeah, cheddar's normal. It's just what, like in England, they don't put the food color in it.
I know that even in America, it's very regional, whether it's white cheddar or yellow cheddar. And I don't dislike white cheddar, but they do taste different to me. It's not the same.
Do
And
they?
they do.
I guess I
Just-
can maybe.
I was about to say, did you hear how this man explained his favorite cheese? Of course, he can taste the difference in the food coloring.
Well, I like Tillamook. I like cheese. I'm a fucking like. Okay, look, I've never
I
done
thought
drugs.
Tillamook is the place where like the MCU Namor lived.
That's actually, you're right. It's the same place they make cheese.
Oh, that's
No,
where okay.
And
that's why
Tillamook
it's-
makes a mean ice cream too.
Oh, nice.
The people, the fuckers in Wisconsin and like Minnesota, those fuckers are the cheese fuckers. And they know you, madam, you know.
Yeah, it's just cheese and beer in Wisconsin. That's it.
But is that bad?
California likes to think that we know cheese too, but that's
No,
okay.
you don't. No, you try.
Real
Wisconsin
California
gotcha.
cheese.
Wisconsin has a.
Tillamook's not from California, so I don't care. But I mean, it's
Tillamook's good. It
Yeah.
makes a hearty cheese.
Yeah.
No, I fucking
Just-
love cheese.
Justin, what is your favorite cheese?
The queso at the Mexican restaurant.
Let's go.
Goat.
the four cheese blend.
So goat.
The four cheese Mexican blend.
So what was I gonna fucking say?
There you go. Rob is right because I eat both white and yellow cheddar. I love them both, but they do taste different.
To be fair, Esteban could have said the craziest shit on the planet, and if he started it
really
with
did.
Rob is right, you would agree with him.
No.
Yeah,
All right.
Mark is right.
I would do the same thing. No judgment.
My favorite cheese is not any of those cheeses. My favorite cheese is a Pecorino Romano, which
I've
is
heard that.
which is in my like I can just eat it straight. You know,
I mean,
you're supposed to shave it off and put on pasta and stuff. You know, like
Similar to Parmesan.
similar, but it's saltier. It's
Well,
the
I, mean,
sugar.
I do say it always depends on when you say what's your favorite cheese. The assumption is I'm just grabbing a piece of snack on, versus obviously I'm not put extra sharp cheddar on my frickin' pasta. I'm not put, there's.
Well,
I'm not,
I would take a piece of Pecorino Romano and just nosh on that by itself.
That's fine. I mean, and people do that with mozzarella too, and obviously. But I'm just saying is like, well, I love extra sharp cheddar. I like it on sandwiches. I like on many sandwiches, not all. I like it on my burger. I like it straight. I like it with some salami and frickin'.
Do you make macaroni and cheese? Homemade macaroni and cheese with it?
No, I don't eat a lot of macaroni and cheese. I have in the past. I'm not.
You can't do real carbs anymore now.
I don't eat a lot of macaroni and cheese anymore because of that. And I'll be honest, I grew up a blue box man. Therefore, I'm perfectly fine with the chemical orange powder that gets reconstituted because that's what I grew up eating. And
I
remember when people were going overseas, my mom said that a lot of the troops were wanting just the macaroni and cheese packets, the Kraft packets, because that's what they were missing. Was the taste of that Kraft cheese?
They put something weird in it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I love a really good homemade macaroni and cheese all day long, baked macaroni and cheese, all those
breadcrumbs on top.
Love all that. But
so, did you know that if you took a brain scan of somebody on cocaine, okay, and a brain scan of somebody on taking Oreos, and a brain scan of somebody on cheese, that you can't discern which one's the drug? It hits the same center.
Cool. So if we could have cheesy Oreos, I'd be like overdosing.
Well, I just figure like I know what it's like to do cocaine because I love cheese so much.
Right. Nice. Okay.
I feel like there should be some sort of like naked queso wrestling or something, right?
It's cheaper.
Like that for
naked
entertainment.
Queso wrestling. We've done Jello wrestling.
I know, that's not hitting all the senses. We need to get cheese.
I don't know that anybody wants to be rolling around in liquid cheese.
Nah,
the temperature may be scalding.
It's nice and warm.
Nice and warm. Well. One of my favorite snacks lately, though, if I'm gonna have some cheese, is in moderation because again, having to limit my carbs. But the Triscuit makes a Triscuit that's cracked black pepper and olive oil with a slice of salami and some extra sharp cheddar. That is fabulous.
That's danger zone, though. That's dangerous.
It's almost like eating a box of chocolate Teddy Grahams.
See, for me, it's Thin Mints. Thin Mints are also dangerous.
Oh, I've got boxes of those in the freezer that now probably need to be thrown away because they're probably there from 5 years ago.
No, you should probably hold on to those, Rob, because I heard they're going up. Prices are going up on those Thin Mints.
Shit, you could eBay them bitches.
5-year-old.
You could be a millionaire.
We used to have so many of those because obviously my youngest was, well, not obviously, but my youngest was in Girl Scouts, and so we had Girl Scout cookies galore all the time at this damn house. Fortunately, I don't care for any. I mean, I'll eat a Thin Mint. It's okay. But for the regional cookies that we have here in our area, I don't like most of them. The only cookie that I really, really like is not available in this region. And so it's been really nice that I never really felt tempted by Girl Scout cookies.
What cookie is the Samoa?
I don't like no Samoas we have here. The one that's it was called the Thankfuls, which was a shortbread cookie, but it was chocolate iced on one side with the stripes. We don't have that in my area. They have trefoils, which are the shortbread. Shortbread without chocolate. But so different regions have different versions. Like there's 2 different versions of Thin Mints that exist.
The trefoils are like the golden oldie
where you're at.
Standard of them, right?
Yeah, the trefoil is just a simple shortbread cookie. It's very basic, but yeah.
I think that's like the OG Girl Scout cookie, though, isn't it? And that's the one that the design of the cookie is actually the Girl Scout symbol
logo. Yeah. I don't know the history of Girl Scout cookies other than it's it's passed off as somehow educational for the girls, and
It's
somehow
fucking not. Girl Scouts sucks.
and,
How's it
and somehow it's some kind of fundraising. The girls get like 25 cents a box for their units. It's absolutely hilarious.
Considering how many they sell, that's not bad.
No, but that's true. But I mean, you take it for example. So the scouts now, it used to be Boy Scouts. Now it's just scouting. They sell popcorn, right? Nobody buys popcorn, right? Nobody buys popcorn like they buy cookies. But of that, they get for every $1 they get like 30 cents. So like on a $10 bag, they get $3 versus 25 cents on a $6 box.
Well,
of
you have
cookies.
to have that curve because they ain't selling popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn's fire.
Hey, hello.
All right, Dirk, this would be interesting. Let's get you caught up. What's your favorite booze and what's your favorite cheese? Separate, not together.
So,
Holy shit.
Turn your mic gain down. Holy cow.
Yeah.
is it,
Yeah,
huh? Hang on.
You're over modulating and distorting.
gain is insane.
What's that?
It's
A little
loud.
better.
Better?
That's getting better.
Why is it so loud? Hang on.
There you go.
There
you go.
I just fixed you. You're good. Oh, we're as soon as I adjusted, he's out. Great.
Yeah, well,
It sounded like it was coming through as like PC or something versus his microphone. Your mic is powerful AF. Boy Scouts was my introduction to lesbians as a kid. Okay. Shout out to Biggie Shack.
Well, now we don't know what Deer's favorite cheese is.
well is a deep subject.
I think I saw Dirk commented earlier, and I would probably agree with him. I think mine is pepper jack as well. I love a good pepper jack cheese.
Monterey Jack.
Yeah, or as Roscoe would call it, pepper jack.
Pepper Jack. Pepper Jock. Hello.
Is that better?
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Is it loud?
No, you're
it
fine.
You're
it
good
sounded
now,
like you were talking through a megaphone that had no clarity.
I
So-
have no idea why.
What would happen is the gain was up too high, so it clips the signal and it cuts.
Oh,
Wait.
Jesus Christ. Rob coming in with the literal professional audio background. All right,
What was
Dirk.
it- what was my
Pepper
question?
jack is your cheese. We saw that in the comment
Yes,
section. I agree
yes.
with you. That's mine too, because no one's asked me these questions.
Sorry.
Oh, I forgive you. And what's your favorite booze?
None. I don't drink whatsoever. And like once every other year, I might drink. I
What do you
came.
drink when you drink, since you don't drink, but when
My
you drink, whatever.
go-to drink of choice is to go to the bar and ask them to make me the fruitiest, girliest, strongest drink they can. Because
Yeah,
even in my party days, like when I was going to the bar like twice a day, drinking a 30-pack a day, I was the dude walking around with like two shots with like whipped cream and sprinkles and everything. So my always
I saw your
go-to is,
Pop-Tart comment. So the whipped cream thing is pretty consistent for you.
dude,
right?
I've always when it comes to drinking, like even when I used to drink all the time, alcohol. Yes,
Drugs is
Back-
Ohio's favorite drink.
even when I was drinking like alcohol and tequila and vodka, like it was disgusting. Like whoever said they drink vodka straight, you are an absolute animal. I forget who said that. Yeah, you are an absolute animal. So my thing was, why do I have to go to the bar and take a shot of something and it be disgusting? Just because I'm a dude, I'm still gonna get whipped cream or sprinkles and chocolate and syrup on it, and it's gonna be good. I'm gonna have a good time drinking all night.
And you're gonna be judged drinking that drink.
And that's fine. I was taking all the girls home, and we were all partying back at my house. So
So what's your favorite cheese, Mark?
Pepper jack, yeah.
And what I mean, and your drink with that would be
No, I don't drink.
okay.
Yeah. 7 years since I drank
Are you
anything.
sparkling water, flat water?
No, I drink water.
Mountain Dew. This is not soda or pop. This is Mountain Dew.
No, that's
That
just
stuff will strip the enamel off your teeth.
yeah, that's stuff's
I
bad.
mean, as long as I can get to like 50 or 60, I'll just get them all pulled and get fake ones. Who cares?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Is that part of the Mountain Dew strategy? That's like in there, is written on the can.
No,
yeah.
Do not follow my health tips. I give good.
Trust me, no one is.
I give good mental health advice, but when it comes to eating, do not follow anything.
I don't follow those either that you give.
We're
I
gonna,
read them, but I don't follow them.
I was like,
But
We're gonna-
I decided a long time ago, I'm not going to eat health. I have a good metabolism, so I'm sure I'm going to have diabetes, like Vicky said, by the time I'm 40. I assume that. So I just want to eat whatever I want for as long as I want, and then I'll deal. And then if I have to just drink nothing or eat nothing for 5 or 10 years before I die, that's cool. At least I got to eat and drink what I want for 50, 60 years.
yeah.
This is a real thing. You can run your vodka through a fresh Brita filter, and it'll like blow your mind what it tastes like coming out. No, it won't be.
Sorry.
Yeah, it won't be rough anymore. You can just sit there and drink.
Chris, how old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
34.
34.
Yes.
Hey, Siri,
Just turned
pause Steven
34.
Classic.
So I was gonna say that most old people say that they wish they would have known how much time they would spend as they're older in pain, right? Because they
I'm
wish
already in so much pain. My knees, my back.
much better care of themselves when they were younger. They regret it.
I was talking about that with my employee the day before yesterday because we use a high velocity
Hi, Dr.
dryer.
Fezzik. Sorry to bother you, but
You're fantastic.
I'm
You're
calling
I was talking to my staff about that Wednesday because we use high velocity dryers to blow out dog coats and stuff. And I was pointing out like how I don't want to be that guy when I'm older that can't hear my grandkids talking to me because I was too lazy just to put earplugs in. Like it seems like it's a pain in the ass now to have to stop and pull them, but the benefit later, like you just live an entire
hearing aid before. By the time
decades
you go for a hearing aid, bro, it will be so advanced you can hear things miles away. Don't even.
I don't think you comprehend happiness, Stirs. I don't think you do.
There's
Technology is
have
happiness for me, bro. That's how
It's not the same.
There's going to be cyborg apparently.
Dude, my life goal, like one of the biggest reasons I'm mad about dying is just not seeing what happens after I die. Like technology, what happens to the planet, just Earth, my kids, whatever. I hope that before I die, I would 100% apply to put my subconscious in like a computer or an AI program to have my likeness, but then still be kind of coherent and alive forever.
I've told you this before, Durs, but my one dream in life is that your kids grow up to be John Connor and lead the resistance against you.
They will. They will.
I tell you, I remember when I was younger thinking, man, I'm so glad. I'm glad. Look, I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to die of heart attack or cancer because, God damn it, that's just how it is. And it'll be all good. I only need 5 years of retirement to enjoy myself a little bit. Then I don't want to be sitting in a chair waiting to die. And then I started doing my family history of everything else and realized that, damn it, these motherfuckers, ever since they came to this damn country, have been living to be like 90 or 100 years old unless they died at childbirth or something. I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to reevaluate my retirement plans and actually start planning for a long-term retirement. Despite the fact that I'm doing my best with diabetes and blood pressure and everything else to try to kill myself early. I'll tell you what. Hereditary ain't on my side because they're all kicking to their mid-90s. Those sons of bitches.
Rob
that's good for you, Rob. That's a good indication that you're going to be around for a while.
The first my great great lineage, the first one here in this country up until about 20 years ago was the longest living person ever documented in Vermont because they lived in the 1600s. They lived and they died at 103 years of age in 1706.
They just can't kill you, can they?
Oh my God, yeah. And then
Madam, you were right about the 1769 birth date over here.
I better get only slab.
1769.
Full time. I want 90-year-old only slab.
There you go. Look at that.
Boom, look at there.
Yep.
Marcus just booked his flight to Heroes Con because Marcus is coming to see the Comics Curing Cancer booth number 1769. And for that, let's go. Heroes.
I forgot about that movie.
How the hell do you forget
Dude,
about
it's one of those movies that I forgot about until that clip.
God, that is one of like the best sci-fi movies
ever made.
Right there. They like Tron the original is one of my goats for my childhood. Like going to Blockbuster, my family was we're not going on Friday night, it's too busy. I'm like, fine, let's go Saturday morning. They won't fucking have anything. So we never rented new releases because they didn't have any. Mm-hmm. So Tron, the original, was one of me and my brother's go-to. We'd rent it all the time. And dude, it was just amazing. When Tron Legacy came out, that was just a game changer. Watch that movie more times.
I forgot about it.
Rob was talking about how like being responsible and not eating like an asshole. And now I'm here to talk to you about how
eating assholes
401ks are worse than pensions, and we've all gotten fucked over.
Oh, that's true.
Retirement doesn't exist for my age group. If I want to retire,
me and George were talking about retirement yesterday.
George, I got you covered, bro. I got you a woman's one a day. I'm gonna take.
Let's go.
Let's heal this shit together, baby.
Let's go. We will unite. Lock it down. Hey.
You got this, team.
Ops is gonna live to 150 minimum.
Bro, I said it the other day. I popped like 4 Tylenol 500 pills just to get through a work day. My back hurts so bad.
Part of your problem is taking Tylenol for your back, but
part of the problem is living in the United States and not having free health care. That's the problem.
So
ibuprofen.
Assuming that your back issues are muscular,
it's nerve issues. Nerve issues.
Just a side, not a sort of side conversation. Just to ask Durs a question. Have you ever called the health care marketplace? Do you even know what that is? Healthcare.
So to fix what?
That's just a yes or no. Have you ever called the healthcare marketplace?
I've never heard of that. I don't think that exists.
Okay, all right. That's all I want to know. You, Durs, and anyone can afford health insurance up to free. If you can't afford it through the health insurance marketplace, just throwing that out.
Correct. But then if I want to get my back done, so I would be out of work 6 to 8 months. Who's going to pay for me while I'm out of work? My bills. Who's going to go to work for me?
Can you talk to me when you say get your back done?
So picture your sciatic nerve like this. Now picture it twisted around 100 times.
Pinch.
This most severe sciatic nerve pinch you can probably get. I've had it for about 2 or 3 years. It causes me right in the middle of my back.
Really? And so does it hurt your leg?
So think of your hands like you're pooping on the toilet for way too long. You're watching the stream and your feet fall asleep. You know that feeling of your feet falling asleep? That is what the center of my back always feels like 24/7. Like that little sleep feel. Yeah, so that sends pain all the way down my leg, all the way down my knee, all the way down my foot, to the point where I can barely I'm gonna have a cane in the next 5 years. I'm gonna have a dope sword cane, one of the sword ones.
Can I send you stickers to put on it?
Illegally.
Yeah, of course.
You want a small taser in it.
I want like a big wooden one that you can pull like the sword out, the blade out.
Again, illegal in most states.
Not Georgia.
I said most.
Yeah. Hear that, babe? If we move to Georgia, I can have a sword, cane, walking stick. She said, "Oh God."
By the way, can I just say that you were going to do something with the person you were shouting to? Coming up, and if you were to do that, you could probably
don't talk. Stop talking. Mute her.
Oh my God.
You guys aren't going to get a new car?
No, I could probably use a new car.
Beautiful one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But no, man, I've dealt with pain. I realize that I'm in pain, and at the end of the day, there's just no way I can afford to have
eyes just rolled as they heard a man say, "I know what living with pain is, and I've dealt with."
Oh no! I 1,000%. Well, I have IBS, so I can attribute cramp. I know what cramps feel like. I know exactly.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio. No, bro. Born and raised. OHIO. The 419.
That's why you got issues.
Know how to spell, so that's why y'all do that.
What? What'd you say?
So is that like you're proud of being able to spell that one word?
No, so like it's the Ohio State University, OHIO, like it's a football thing.
Oh, you went there?
No, but I've been there plenty of times. I do bleed green.
Thanks, Mark.
I do bleed them both.
Being a shit.
Trust me, if my NFL team, if I'm not watching, they know I'm not watching, and they will have a subpar game. That's how our mindset works in football.
You must not watched a lot this year, I guess. Towards the end,
I
of the
watched
year.
11 games. I watched 11 games, and we were 11-0. So, and then that's what happened.
So
know the rest of that story.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I remember that I was back in the day. I was at a baseball game one time. I was I was at the A's game, and Billy Bean was actually down near where I was. And at one point, I started to get up. He's coming up the stairs, and I got up to my chair and I started to go. And I was leaving. He goes, "Are you leaving already?" It was like 7th inning or something. And I looked at him and said, "Yeah, Billy." I said, "I'm leaving early." I said, "If you guys win or lose based on whether I'm here or not, you need to put me on the payroll." And he goes, "Fair enough." Safe ride home.
It's all the mindset, man. It goes a long way in sports fandom when it really means nothing.
Remember Charlie's routine for games, Roscoe? Something Brown. Charlie's routine for games, the 2-parter with the football game where he ends up bear trapping. He home alones himself.
He's got to drink yellow. He's got to wear green, and he's got to eat. He's got to eat. He eats brown. He eats brown.
He eats brown. Yeah. He's sitting there bleeding to death with his foot caught in the bear
Finds
trap.
the rat, runs in front of him. He's like crying. He's like, no. Oh.
The rat king himself.
I have to put my leg back in the bear trap.
Yeah, he puts it back in the bear trap. Yeah.
Yep.
God.
How about Frank trying to pass a stone? He's like, "We have to stay in the bathroom. We have to stay in the bathroom. Every time we're in the bathroom, Frank." Oh man! And then that same waiter guy, how great was that? That he moved to Minnesota to be at the game to wait on them. That guy that's always at what's it, Cacino's?
Cacino's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which that place actually closed down, so they don't shoot there anymore. That it's not an option.
They shot a lot of that scene at the Super Bowl game and stuff like.
I like the episode where Frank ends up breaking into his house to move in with him, and then he ties up his mom. Yeah,
puts a towel over her head. He's like, "Where is she?" "Oh, she's over there." And he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like there's like a towel over it. He's like, "He was freaking me out."
The writing in that show is perfect.
Insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Oh man.
Okay, guys, I gotta go.
Oh.
Bye, Have a great day.
Hope everyone has a great day. Great weekend.
Take
Hope to
care.
see you next week. Bye, guys.
Meow meow.
Bye-bye.
Meow.
Okay.
What does that loosely translate to? Have a good day or goodbye?
It's like, bye, bitch.
Fair enough. How's your week been, Caroline?
Man, it's been good. This new job, it's definitely, I'm learning the academic process of grants, and it's fucking insane. Just how we beg the government to get money to do research, which is good. We have to do that because pharmaceutical industries will never invest in risky medicine or risky science. And risky science is the science that you don't know, the rock star science. That's the stuff we have to invest in to move forward. But because it's too risky for the big money industries to do it, you have to get it through grants. And once it's proven that it'll happen through grants, that's when you start getting these venture capitalists that will work with the university and with pharma, and you start getting patents and shit. Nice. So it's really interesting for me to see the entire process.
Yeah, that's got to be fun in that aspect. It's got to be
learning a lot.
it's kind of cool to have a process like that where like there's a nerve-wracking phase because you're just waiting. You're waiting on other people, and it's out of your control. And just
Oh my God,
and
that's
when it
all
comes
it
through,
is.
it's like a celebration when it comes through.
Yeah, and you don't know, it's a crapshoot, so you don't know which things will work. But I've seen, like, I've been in there on the end where I work on a unique idea that's never been done in a lab. I don't know if it's gonna fucking work. Holy shit, it did work. Holy shit, it just got, taken up and patented by a couple of these pharmaceutical industries, and they're now trying to take it to clinical trials. I mean, this shit's promising. So you go from in a lab to human cells to mouse model to human model to clinicals. I mean, it's
I thought it was
fascinating.
weird that
What are you
there's not
talking
very
about?
much. There's not very much between those two things, between
There's a
mouse
lot.
model and human model. Like, I feel like there's a lot of middle ground that's just ignored.
Oh, there's
I
a shit.
have to run.
Specific,
I will
thing
try
that
to be back.
Is there a specific thing that you're working on or talking about? That's just what I'm curious.
What is? Say it.
Is there a specific, like, what are you, like,
So what I've worked on and what I've seen the process of is a small molecule inhibitor for the protein C-gas. And C-gas is cyclic GAMP synthase. What it does basically is, we have cells, right? And when viruses or bacteria infect our cells, they get into the cytosol and they reveal their DNA, their RNA, or their genomic material. Okay, that is where CGAMP or C-gas actually will bind double-stranded DNA, foreign double-stranded DNA that's in your cytosol. Because mind you, where should our DNA be? It should be only in our nucleus. It should be relegated specifically to our nucleus. There should be no genomic material in the cytosol, and if there is, it's recognized as foreign. Okay, so and that initiates the type 1 interferon pathway. So the major pathway for all of your immune, like your innate immune behavior, this is the guy that stands at the forefront. And he will bind your double-stranded or the double-stranded DNA that's located within the cytosol and will create a signaling molecule called CGAMP. And what CGAMP does is upregulates the expression of interferon-stimulated genes. So that means it just turns on this cascade of molecules like cytochromes or cytokines.
Boosters.
Yeah. Anyways, this molecule has been shown in mouse models to knock out the asthma model. So mice that are suffering from asthma, that have this immune, like their fucking airways are puffy, they're irritated. You put this small molecule, you treat them like 30 minutes before you treat it with an insult to try and it suppresses immune activation. So what we're seeing essentially is a small molecule that has a potential to just kill the asthma, like to knock out or suppress asthma models. We're hoping to see that in humans. What my part is I got a science paper, or it's in Nature, but in a Nature immunology paper showing that this works in human cells. That's the part I played. Nice. So I took this drug.
I'm excited to find out this is proven to work. What big pharmaceutical company buys it and shelves it so that they don't
they
lose
do that.
money selling inhalers anymore.
They do that.
Because that's what the fuck will happen.
Yep.
There's no money in cures.
Yeah, I hate big pharma with an absolute passion. As somebody who was,
it's not based on morality. It's
I know. I'm just. It comes straight from the tobacco industry. As somebody who was on the forefront of vaping when vaping first was a thing, I was very heavily involved in all the research and everything. Basically, big tobacco and big pharma kept that's why vaping, like, nobody vapes on mods anymore, because vape juice is so expensive, because they raise the taxes on everything, because they want, at the end of the day, it's all about smoking cigarettes, getting cancer, going through the treatment.
There's like
and
a battle of lobbyists from the two.
And it's just like, for somebody like me that I know, like, I had 2 black scars down my lungs when I was smoking cigarettes. They're gone now because of vaping. So, like, I get why they do it. But during the time I was working at a head shop, it was a higher end head shop, but half of our head shop was vaping. We were very in the know. We were very on the forefront of it. And it was just every time we were trying to do something, it was getting shut down. And it really sucks that at the end of the day, I wish when I was in high school, I could vape. Yeah, it sucks that kids are vaping. At the end of the day, if you don't smoke cigarettes, you shouldn't vape. But if vaping was an alternative for me in high school, who knows what my body might be like today? My lungs, everything else might.
They'd probably be shit because you've been vaping for that long.
Well,
To be clear, just a couple things. Taylor Winter does work for a company that you can get paid for doing clinical trial stuff.
Yes.
If anyone is in Taylor Winter's area and you want to get paid to take pharmaceuticals and see how they affect you, if you're curious, hit them up. For real, hit them up. And also, I don't think your lungs are clear because you started vaping. I think your lungs cleared up because you stopped smoking.
That's what I was getting to. I was saying, like, if I had the alternative, like when I would work at the shop, if somebody would come in, I'd be like, hey, my first question is, how long have you been smoking cigarettes? If they say, oh, I've never smoked cigarettes, my first thing I'm going to explain, basically, I'm going to explain to them that there's no point in doing it. I mean, if you want a zero nic, if you want something like that, that's fine. But at the end of the day, nicotine does nothing to your body besides being addictive. There's nothing. Everything you buy in a vape, you can go to Kroger's, you can go to Walmart, you can buy everything there, make it yourself, and order the nicotine online.
Most of them, the vast majority of them.
Right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, vaping's a newer thing. It's only been studied for it started in Japan and China about 10 or 15 years before it came here. But all science, all studies and everything, it is safer to vape over cigarettes. But if you don't do anything, don't vape. 100%.
It causes popcorn lung is one thing that's been shown to prove.
So for popcorn lung is the thing that happened in the 1940s with the chemical that was in popcorn. And for that to happen with vaping, I would have to put on a space helmet, attach a hose to a space helmet, attach the other hose to my vape, sit inside that space helmet for 7 days, nonstop vaping. And that would give me popcorn lung.
Or if you don't want to get it done in 7 days, just vape regularly every day for a handful of years.
That or every time, so like the water vapor is the thing, but every time we hit our vape is the same amount of water vapor that Madam Roscoe and Lady F are breathing through the air right now. We're all
it's just a unique form of bronchitis is what it is, right?
Right.
Well, so this is what I've done in terms of I've just all I've done is look, I think a lot of times the popcorn lung thing comes from people that this is not very regulated. Because it's not very regulated, people are using all kinds of additives and they don't know shit that they're actually diluting the product in. That has resulted in popcorn lung. But that's actually more popcorn lung has resulted in the case of illegal marijuana vapes. Mm-hmm. And it's not actually marijuana. It's like God knows.
That was like 3 or 4 years ago when
this is the only brand that I use. Right. It's called Juiced, right? And it just has 3 ingredients. VGPG, which are cooking additives, and the natural flavoring, natural flavored nicotine. So it's like you can check the ingredients on these. If they have more than 3 or 4 ingredients, don't buy them.
Right. Don't buy juice from a gas station or anything like that. You can buy these because these are all regulated. But when it comes to juice like that, buy it from a vape shop.
Mine has 3 things. Mine has vegetable glycerin and probably polypropylene glycol, and then the natural thing.
I can make my own vape juice all day. A
lot of people do.
My brother used to make his own vape juice, and I quit vaping recently. I don't know how long ago. It's been a while. Here in Prince Edward Island, they banned flavors, so all you can get is flavorless vape juice. So I'd always have to pre-order it, and I just got pissed off, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm done with this shit. I threw my vape in the garbage.
That we were kind of touching on the lobbyist battle, like since vaping started real big, the legal age of cigarettes went up 3 years to 21. You've seen a lot of vape juices get in different places outlaw flavoring certain kind of stuff. That's all just a side effect of the 2 companies battling on a political level.
Can I say something real quick? I see the comment is here, and he's been a member for 28 months.
Whoop.
Anyway, I was showing these off earlier, and someone said, "Did you really like them?" Because I have some Frisian and some Middleton poison ivy. So let me just show them off here real quick.
Oh,
Hey.
Patty.
I like that. That is awesome.
Because I'm gonna do I'm
That's
gonna be
a
on
hot mama.
Prime tomorrow for a Poison Ivy. I'll be cosplaying Poison Ivy and doing a cover battle challenge.
Who is that? Is that looks like Frizzin to me?
It's
Yeah.
Hey, I got her to come to Heroes Con. If you guys didn't know.
Yeah, we pointed that out earlier.
one. Middleton, right?
That one's fire. I like that. I've never seen that cover.
That one's beautiful. This one's beautiful too.
Those are all dope covers.
I love Joshua Middleton.
Favorite, I gotta say.
I like that one too.
Yeah. The fungus growing off of her. I love it.
Fungus Among Us.
This one, Rob said she looks too chartreuse, too chlorophyll-y.
I still like it.
This one, I think it's too purple in the back, maybe.
The eyes
like
are on point though.
Yeah, the
they
eyes
are.
are perfect. And then my favorite one from Region when she's upside down here, kind of an Ophelia feel to it.
Yeah, or like an American Beauty kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good one. And she kind
Yeah.
of looks like Kristen Stewart in this one, I think. That Twilight girl.
Oh, I thought you said Rod
Okay.
Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Martha Stewart?
No.
Yeah, Martha Stewart's she's a little cheetah, silver cheetah.
She's spicy, ain't she?
She'll dude, she's got legs for an 80-year-old. Shit. I wish I was sexy as Martha.
Man, you
Yeah,
know
go
who
back
said a
and check
booty
out
though? Judge
the
Judy.
Comedy Central celebrity roast that they did. Martha Stewart's been on the dais for a couple of those Comedy Central roasts. She's hilarious.
She's
She's a
fucking
good
sharp.
sport.
Sharp.
Speaking of covers, did you guys see the upcoming covers by Tony Harris on Justice Society of America?
Yes.
Oh my God, those look fire. I'm just like, yeah, I need those in my life.
They are gorgeous for sure. Gorgeous for sure. I think I saw them where you shared them into a group chat earlier.
Yeah, I posted them in the Legion chat and the Nerdy Bunch chat and that. I just I don't know if I'm gonna get all of them, but I'm definitely gonna get the one with the Starman.
Yeah,
with
Jack
the
Knight
Star-
on there.
Yeah, Jack Knight. I sent that one to Beckerman too. I was just like, here's the
Oh no.
Yeah, I sent that to Beckerman because he's a Jack Knight fan.
Got a wow long time from the Comic Vet 28 months and a wow long time from Actual Dracula 28 month member milestone. I appreciate you guys. All right, who's going to show Actual Dracula some books? Madam showed Vet some books.
Come on.
Carolina Region.
That never happens, really. So
You're up, lady.
Let me see.
Fantastic.
Let me see. Okay,
no pressure. Just
we go.
grab anything.
All right, I got a chunk for you right here. It's from my Hulk box. Here is an
Nice.
awesome
Nice.
I love that era of Hulk so much.
Red Hulk collecting issues 1 through 3.
Nice.
That's Ed.
There we go. He went on such a war path.
Ooh.
Ed McGinnis.
In
That's
Yuck Lee, I
great.
think.
Keown. I think this is Keown.
Yeah, the first. I'm sorry, I was talking about the first one, but yeah,
Oh,
that
sorry.
one was
Oh, I don't know.
that's a beautiful cover.
Yeah.
That's dope. Look at
Yeah.
the fingernails.
Yeah, that's Keown.
Shading's
Man.
great. The shading's great on that one.
Yeah, those hands
Yeah.
are insane.
Yeah, I miss A-Bomb as well, Esteban. There we go.
What up, Ruben?
The first appearance of Red Hulk in
Yep.
comic. Right there.
Aw.
Not the first cover appearance, but in comic. Look at that. Look at that McGinnis art. Just on a whole nother level. Perfect for Hulk.
Nice.
I like.
Golly. That whole War of the Hulk storyline was insanely good.
Cool.
Look at that jawline.
Cool. I like that. All right.
Who the hell did that?
Nice.
It says edX.
That one's cool.
Oh, this one, hold on. Let me do it. These are fun because I
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
like the Jordan ones.
I like the Red Hawk face so much better than whoever's drawing the Green Hawk on these.
Probably the same person.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the face on the Green Hulk compared to the
Michael
Red Hulk.
Turner Hulk.
Oh, that's awesome.
That gives me like a Savage
Amazing.
Dragon vibe.
That's what I was saying.
I
too.
love
How
that.
skinny.
Look how tight and skinny his little waist is for Hulk. So that's what makes
Yeah,
it.
that's different. I haven't seen that one.
That's definitely Michael Turner one.
Yeah.
Love Michael Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wicked.
That's a good one.
This is Frank Cho. See
Nice
that
bondage
fish?
cover. Oh, nice booty.
Woo!
Nice
Beat.
double B cover, bondage and booty.
Nice
Mhm.
shading.
All the girls are taking him over. He's being bound by the ladies, and then
Yeah.
And he looks upset, which is weird.
yeah, he looks really upset, doesn't he?
Fight of the century right there. Pun intended. Oh, Bob brought the heat.
Art
That
Adams.
looks exactly like what's his name from The Walking Dead.
Just met Art Adams. He's
Glenn, yeah, it does.
I like getting a lot of the variants. So
That's not the best cover, but the format for that cover goes back to Hulk 2 through 5 when they did.
This is my one of my favorite homages. And I think Art Adams did this, and it's the homage to Avengers '83.
And the Liberators.
I just love it. All the bitches. He's like, oh shit, baby. Okay.
Now, are these PC books? You have these getting geared up for selling? Because I saw you slinging some books this past week.
These are
Some
mine.
X-Men books.
These are mine. I'm getting this whole one. These are mine. So there's that. And that's the chunk. That's a chunk.
Boom. Nice chunk there for actual Dracula. And we got a member milestone chat from Aggressively Relaxing, 28 months in the Legion. What happened 28 months ago that we all signed up?
I think a pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're past that at this point. 28 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, we may have been in
On the other
depths of
side of it.
that.
Or we might have been in it. I don't know.
It hit around. I can't. Was it the end of 2020?
I
Or
think
the end
it
of
started in 19.
2024, and my girlfriend has COVID, so it's definitely still going on.
It was the
we're
end
talking
of
about-
My girlfriend has COVID right now. I'll bring her in here.
COVID
In
has
2019.
existed a long time before this pandemic, and it'll exist.
Oh yeah, fact.
Oh, it's not going away now. It's going to be
They call it
commonplace now.
COVID-19
It's never going away.
because it was, it's not the first one, buddy.
Fact.
It's
Yeah,
the
I mean, there's
pandemic.
a whole family of viruses. Like there was a
Yeah.
SARS-CoV-1 family before this.
Yeah, but it
First
started
one.
in 19. That's why they named it COVID-19.
Yeah.
And
It was
then
at
it
the end of
came
19.
here like Monkey was born February 21st of 2020, and we were in the hospital with her being born when the lockdowns were started to
Yeah.
be talked about.
Scary to have a kid during that time, man. I had a couple friends that were doing all that, and they weren't allowed to be around each other. Like, man, it's fucking tough.
Let me tell you about my experience.
Tell us away while TM shows us some books. First, some good stuff there. TM, are these PC books?
These are PC books. These are not out of my collection. Here's the one where I most recently brought this on Guess That Key, and nobody got it. Actually, you all got it, but
nobody got it.
yeah.
That was a good book. Ooh, first appearance of Connor Kent Superboy, first appearance of Steel.
And
keep that on the back, Justin. I wanna not forget about your story.
Oh, multiple copies.
Yeah, I got those. So those are 2 direct. Then I got a newsstand. Then I got the
other
My
cover.
Lad on one.
That's what's in the poly bag. That one.
Hey, that's the one I took a blowtorch to for of my whack hack.
Without realizing there was multiple first appearances.
I mean, it's still like a $3 book.
It's still the first appearance of Steel and Superboy.
Yeah.
First appearance of Bowana Beast.
Actually got another one. Yeah. It'll come. First, what is it?
Solo Superman title post Crisis John Byrne miniseries and first variant cover in comics.
Yes.
First
I don't know.
appearance.
Yes.
Breaking the Bat. TM's got a little sugar box going on over here. First appearance of Amanda Waller.
This is just a signed comic from Jim Valentino.
Oh,
sweet.
I'm
I
jealous.
like Shadowhawk.
I've got a Warriors of Plasm signed by Jim Shooter.
Hell yeah. I saw the trading card set. My dad collected it when I was a kid and everything. It had its own little card book to keep them in.
Yep. Oh shit, that's sweet. I found some Omega Men Tom King sign.
I've only read like the first 2 issues of that. I was reading it digital. I don't have physical copies of that. I need to get that still.
Signed by Sweeney Boo.
That was such a fun read.
This is a key. Roscoe just picked this up too, and it's so inexpensive, and it's like the reintroduction of Raven, but it's also the first cameo appearance of Rose Wilson, Wade Wilson. That's
Ravager.
Deathstroke. Yeah, Ravager. This is nice.
$1.
I like Jamie Tyndall. Signed by him. Then I think this was DC versus Vampires. That was Chris the Comic Vet's one of his yearly picks.
It was my yearly pick before he even hyped it up. So I'm claiming that. DC versus Vampires, fire, bro. Until the very last
episode. I read it.
Last issue.
I kept up with Deceased as it came out. So DC versus Vampires just seemed like a.
It was so good, bro.
Like
and now
the
the
ending was an absolute fumble.
Well, you're going to want to read it because the sequel is the big DC event for later this year.
I have read it, and the sequel is just going to be part of what's being new brand. They're finally bringing back the Elseworld branding, which should have never gone away. Like DC is Elseworlds, and DC versus Vampires is Elseworlds.
The Badger and that
was Elseworlds, and there was no reason to ever get rid of that brand label, and they're bringing it back. So kind of like with DC Black Label. There's plenty of books that if you buy the trade paperback for, it'll say Black Label, but that imprint didn't exist when they first came out. They've been like retro branded, so hopefully they'll start retro branding stuff again.
Let me see the Spawn stuff, Travis. I know you got it. There it is. Did you see McFarlane's dropping today at noon? I'm pretty sure it's McFarlane's first figure of himself. It's a 2-pack. It's a McFarlane figure of himself, and it's the first image for Spawn, what he originally drew Spawn as.
So it's the second McFarlane toy of himself. He originally did himself in the movie Maniacs line.
That's right. That's right. You are correct.
The figure wasn't titled Todd McFarlane. It was titled The Artist.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a dope figure.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that 2-pack being teased. I'm like, yeah, I kind of need that. Like,
same.
Just put Todd up there with all my movie figures, you know.
That'd be cool.
This is the first appearance of the Teen Titans West. Nice 35 center.
Nice.
Newsstand.
That time era, that's all you could get.
This is the first cameo appearance of Miss Martian. I'm trying to collect this entire run, though, of just Teen Titans by Johns.
That's the run where Bart became Kid Flash.
Yes. Then this is the issue where Lobo becomes the guy we know and love today.
Yeah, I believe it's his second appearance also, team.
I've never seen that book in my life.
Yeah, he immediately became the guy we know today when they went to go visit him on his little space rock. Like, you see him in his little jumpsuit in Omega Men, then he's immediately in the biker clothes after that.
Hmm.
We need a recreation of this with what's his name? Who's playing Guy Gardner?
Nathan Fillion. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nathan Fillion. And of course, my
There we
Animal Man. Then this is the first appearance of the second Mirror Master, Evan McCulloch. I like Evan.
He's a sadistic villain.
Kind of showed up in the Flash series, not really, but
First
this is
Victor Zsasz.
yes, this goes for cheap too, because nobody really cares about it at all. Victor Zsasz is fantastic though.
That Shadow of the Bat run had some of the best cover art, not just for its era, but even holds up till today. It is absolutely insane. It's like getting like fancy trading cards on a comic cover.
This is the first appearance of Hunter Zolomon, not as the Reverse Flash or Zoom, but as just himself. He doesn't become like I think a year from this title, he doesn't become a Zoom. He's just a regular guy in this issue. Of course, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
First appearance of the Charlton characters in DC Comics.
Yes. Superman, Super Soldier, Man of War, #1, signed by Mark Waid.
Amazing.
This is a series that I absolutely loved when it was coming out. It's Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. Fantastic series done by Gareth Ennis, Upshot, AWA. It's signed. Here's a certificate of authenticity. First Batwoman, Kate
Nice.
Kane, New 52. First published work by Jeff Johns.
Let's go.
Courtney Whitmore, the second Star Spangled Kid, becomes Star Girl in this issue. Keep forgetting which one. So I got both of these just because this one is just a cool cover, and it goes with this one, which is the first cameo appearance of Courtney Whitmore. And then we got a bunch of Darker Image. Then some more Jeff Johns goodness. This is a key too. I think it's the first cameo appearance of Mitch Martian, or one of these issues. Kid Flash or Bart becomes Kid Flash, or something like that. Can't remember. Another issue of B'wana Beast, first appearance. Got first issue special Creeper, because everybody likes the first issue specials.
Mm-hmm.
We got the second issue of Metamorpho. If you watch Legion of Comics channel, well, of course you are, because we're on it right now. And you're no, okay. You will see that he got something Metamorpho related. Can I say it?
Yeah, I don't care. I've already put it out there.
Okay, it's the first appearance of Metamorpho.
What?
So,
Spoiler alert.
this is just some weird drawing of like
Some douchebag did that.
yeah. He thought, he was just like, you know what? This looks
Takes
like a
one to
blank
draw
cover.
one.
Yeah, this looks like a blank cover. I'm gonna draw on it. Oh shit, it's not a blank cover.
It was very tough to draw on. Dude, it was so slick. I'm like, this sucks. What did I do? And then I was like, I'll just give it to Travis. No, I'm
What
just-
issue was that Walking Dead, Travis?
What's that?
What was that issue of Walking Dead you just showed?
Don't you pay no mind.
I just wanted. I think I have the same one, but with a remark as well. That's why I was curious.
This one's done by Roscoe.
I know. I was just curious. I
You
thought
know
it
what
was,
issue number it is?
is it this one?
Yeah, stairs. That's the one.
Yep, that's it.
Hey,
We got Image
That's a
Zero.
cool way to do blanks is for them to like do like semi covers on them.
mhm.
Yeah, Image Zero is a good one. Just an Animal Man book. This is actually the first published work by J. Scott Campbell.
Nice.
Is in this book.
Impressive.
More Animal Man, just because I like Animal Man. And yeah.
Most of these covers I've never even seen in my life.
Oh, this is a good one. Justice League United from the New 52. You got Stargirl there. And you got Animal Man back there. From the New 52 and a Canadian Leaf. So you can't go wrong with that. And plus Jeff Lemire. Come on now. It's a great series. I actually got, where is it? It's somewhere. I got the trade paperback too. Of that.
I didn't even know that me or Actual Dragon, we didn't know that you liked Animal Man.
Oh, you didn't know?
First appearance of Blue Beetle Ted Cord.
Yeah, I got this from you.
Oh yeah.
In one of the Legion packs.
Nice.
So nice 35 center. Yeah, that's in it. And then of course you got this, which was speaked on earlier. Still in the poly bag. I'll eventually probably take it out, but I'll keep it in there for now.
What if I took it out in your sleep?
All right, that'd be kind of creepy.
Maybe.
Are you just crawling around my house when I'm sleeping?
You know, you don't need to know.
All right.
That's what drones are for.
Exactly.
See, I thought some stuff was like moved around. I was like, I live alone. Why is this over here? I didn't move this over here.
Your bed's super cuddly when you're not in it.
Lady Fantastic had to get it out of the way when she was like, crawling around in your sleep.
That's right. I know the closet and shit.
This one's for Beckerman, who's not watching right now, but
Boom. 0 hour issue.
yeah.
That would be the first appearance of Jack Knight as Starman, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Because he doesn't even get handed the staff. His brother gets handed the staff at the end of 0 hour. Or the rod.
Yeah, because like for the longest time, because like it wasn't the staff for the longest time. It was like this little device that they had. Also, I'm gonna throw this one off too.
Oh snap! First appearance of Etrigan.
Yes.
Okay, that one hurts.
Yeah.
Good.
Hurt a little bit. I'm upset I can't get that one out of your apartment without you noticing.
Yeah. And then I got another spawn up here.
Yes. It's the only two things that matter in that room.
I have that one.
What?
And well, I got a lot more spawn figures that are just kind of down there. Actually, I'll show this one. This one's for Roscoe.
Hey, let's go.
I mean, Bad Rock. I love that.
Yeah, with shooting rockets. Just where is it?
Is it complete? It has the rockets with it too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see them. There they are.
Woo!
What? Yo, that's what's up.
How about this one from Mortal Kombat 2? He's got like all the blood spatter on him and stuff.
Oh, that's wicked.
Well,
I think that's the one. No. I have mine's from Mortal Kombat 2 as well, but it's yours
reminds me, Mark, of when my brother had army, little army men dolls, and he would take my mom's red nail polish and paint blood all over them. Yeah.
Me and my brother did that growing up too with our stuff. I got
check out this
for
Mortal Kombat figure I got.
I picked this up for like $10 to have for a giveaway. Oh, Dorothy.
Blood splattered everywhere. Kill all of you bitches.
That's great.
Don't be jealous.
That's what's Mortal Kombat.
Does she come with some Depends?
No. She comes with like a marine fucking background.
Esteban said it's Mortal Kombat 11, not
Oh,
2.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like, oh look, it's just two lines going up down.
No, I'm
But
calling it Mortal
I see
Kombat
the
2.
little divot at the top there, indicating it's a 1.
Name them, Durs.
Whoa.
That baby
I never-
sized to the brim.
11
I've never
times.
heard of that comic.
No? Have you heard about this one?
No,
Oh, nice.
I have no idea who Fire Guy Ryan is.
What about this guy? Have you heard of this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aggressively relaxing is a legend.
Every day.
What about all these guys?
Oh man.
You're about it, dude.
That was your Heroes Con book, wasn't it?
Yeah. I got my sugar box out.
I remember we were all trying to eat dinner and everyone's like
sweet.
passing around comics. For everyone.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm trying to eat these macaroni bites.
And Durs, will you be picking up Sam and Twitch when it's coming out?
Of course, bro. I'm big excited.
Nice. Yeah, I just pre-ordered it too. That and I pre-ordered the Robin, the Tim Drake Compendium 1. I was like, I have to. That has so many great stories in it, and like compendiums are for reading, so it's worth the price of like the amount of stories you get in it.
This is what
So
I
everybody
want.
pre-order the Robin Compendium 1, guys. Let's do it.
Daniel Warren Johnson, CGC signing.
Yeah, Alan wants me to
Hero.
sell him one of my sets so that he can send some off as well.
Right.
Hey Durs.
Huh.
Is the Void Rivals more than the Transformers now?
What like the one, the number one, like the metal, the
ones
foil
that you
one?
just showed, the two,
No.
the ones because those are both from what San Diego, right?
So these unsigned, ungraded, if they come back a 9.8, they're each one's about $1,000. Is what I've been seeing.
You're such a liar.
I'm not. Look on eBay. Look on
I
eBay.
did. I like again because I just got done like pricing those for Alan,
Mhm.
and if they come back at 9.8, you're looking at like a $250 book.
Well, then maybe I'm talking about the signed ones because there's definitely
Like
multiple of these on eBay that have sold around
This book
$1,000.
right here that you're holding as it sits is an average FMV of $90.
Raw,
This one is roughly the same, a little bit under, and that's
Raw,
getting it at a good price, and that's like that's FMVing it across the board. Some places are higher, some places are lower, but yeah. Let's see what Madam's got. I seen her fishing around back there earlier. Oh snap!
Oh, pretty.
I think Monkey has that toy.
I got this at an antique store, and it's my favorite book.
Is it Scarlett O'Hara? God,
It
with
is.
the wind shit.
It's her 12 Oaks introduction scene. I was all into Gone with the Wind. I had the perfume. I had the books. I had, everything.
Oh shit! Very cool. I did not know they made one. What was her name? Vivian Lee.
Yes,
dude, she had a story, man. She had a story. I felt, okay.
Yeah, I heard that she went and she wanted that part so bad that everyone was applying to be Scarlet, and that she went up to Selznick or whatever, and they were practicing the burning of Atlanta. They were practicing like burning stuff up.
Yeah.
And she came up to him and she met him, and there was like fire in her eyes from the reflection of the fire and stuff. And he instantly thought she was the one or whatever for her.
Oh, Roscoe's gonna hit us.
Here's me. I'm not really crazy into DC, but I did pick up a couple DC books recently. Lady F has already seen 2 of them.
Have I?
We should have a chat, but I got this one here.
Nightman.
He's the back bend.
I had to get this book. I mean, how do I not get
The first appearance of Nightman.
Yep. I
You send in a message.
These are all It's Always Sunny jokes, by the way, if y'all don't know. Sunny reigns supreme.
I thought this was hilarious. These little kids were beating up Batman and Superman, the Colossal kids.
Yeah,
That
they're
kid's
bastards.
yeeting Batman, bro.
Yeah, I thought this was funny though. He's like,
I like
look at
that.
this guy.
It looks just like me.
Look at
I'm
this
an
guy.
angry little
Hey,
midget.
gotcha, Superman. You know, look at Robin. He's like, oh damn. You know, like
Why are all little shits drawn with red hair?
Because we're all little
Yeah,
shits,
yeah.
bro.
Superman's like, Jimmy Olsen, don't throw Batman. No. And then I got this one. This one's pretty cool too.
Oh wow!
Challenge of
Aw.
the Unknown.
I think T Dubs is a fan of the Challengers of the Unknown.
Oh,
Check
look at
this out.
that villain! Like it's
Right?
like Red Skull but White Skull.
It's just Skull.
The Incredible Iron Dictator.
all the trigger words for the time. Iron
Not the
Dictator.
Incredible Iron Man.
Yeah, no.
Incredible
Or
Iron
the Red.
Dictator.
It's like Iron Man and Red Skull had a baby.
They're like, if you're going to steal the Challengers of the Unknown and create the Fantastic Four, we're going to steal
We'll
the Red
fuck you
Skull
back.
and make this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you too. We can do
I'm
it.
coming for
Yeah,
you,
we'll do
Rob
it too.
Fat Stacks. I know you hate Nazis. But
I hope that
I thought
everyone we
this was cool, though.
associate with hates Nazis.
Roscoe, are you pro Nazis? What's going on here?
Yeah, what's the deal?
I thought
Good
this was
morning,
cool.
J-Med.
I just thought it was cool.
Daywalkers, yeah. The South Park reference there about redheads. Goddamn Daywalkers.
I gotta run, guys.
Yeah,
Catch you later.
gingivitis.
Gotta run. Love you guys.
All right, Durs.
Take care, Durs.
Hi, Durs.
Later.
Oh, I grabbed this the other night. I still have this next to me, by the way. Shout out one of my favorite Three Ninjas.
Oh, yeah, there we go. It's not as good as Surf Ninjas, but it's awesome.
Well, according to the Boston Globe, it crosses Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Home Alone. And I never go against the Boston Globes. So,
Okay. Do you
Well,
have
I'm not going to argue that point, but I didn't hear the Boston Globe said superior to Three Ninjas, so it looks like none of us are going against the Boston Globe.
Superior to Surf Ninjas.
gotcha.
I remember
Loves
when the
Three Ninjas.
littlest one, he took the silver ball and he threw it down like the barrel of a gun or whatever. What was his name? Because he was always eating food. Was it like Munchie or
Tum
something?
Tum.
Tum. Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't even that fat.
No, not at
No.
all.
But he was
ate a
always
lot.
eating candy.
He was
Yeah,
just always
Finn
eating.
is doing better. He went back to school this week. He's doing good. Monkey's birthday was chill. It was super chill. We're doing her party tomorrow where we got the bounce house and all that. The big festivities. But looking
Dude, she
forward to it.
cracks
It's
me
gonna be a-
up. She's so
gonna be a fun
cute.
week.
All cheeks, dude. That kid is so
She
fucking
is.
cute.
She's got like little anime eyes still, you
I
know?
can't deal with it.
Yeah.
I can't. How can you
Adorable.
tell that kid no? I couldn't tell that kid.
Oh, man.
Picture you put up
If
of
you
her
hang out with
swimming.
her enough, it's actually like one of the highlights of my life to be able to tell that kid no and have a battle of will against her because she's at that age where like that's where she's at is like you have to have those fights with her. Like last night when I like Pop brings them to my job, like as I'm getting off work, they come hang out at the kennel for the last few minutes and then we ride home from there. So we stop at Wingstop, pick up dinner, we come home. So I'm carrying like their book bags, my book bag. I'm trying to carry the food out, and I'm like, Monkey, take your toys because she has her little it's like a little toy version of a car seat with a stuffed animal she has hooked into it, and a little like rich bitch purse with a dog in it toy. And like she won't let him go for me to get out of her car seat, and I have to like take him from her, get her out of her car seat. She dives for him, almost falls out of the car to get him. But then when I put her down, she wants me to carry him inside. I'm like, I got to carry everything else. She's like, no, you can do it. I'm like, no, you're going to take these or I'm going to put them on the ground. She goes, no, you're not. I'm like, and then she just runs up to me screaming, no. I'm like, bye. And I just, just having these like, I'm more
Bye,
stubborn
Felicia.
than you, kid. Like she's got an attitude on her.
It sounds like you're coming down to her level, Mark. It
Yeah, I
sounds
know. I wonder where she gets her stubbornness from.
Look, I'm telling you right now, if she wants to have a shithead competition, I will come down to her level and beat her with experience.
I can tell.
I feel like she's got you under, like she's got under your skin, Mark, for sure.
Oh no, like it does. It bothers me, but it's not anything abnormal. Like Finn went through his phase of learning, like when the adults tell you to do something reasonable, like you need to do it. but her definition of reasonable is not a reasonable definition.
When she was on here and you're like, all right, well, before we got to go do this, you got to tell them bye. And she's like, and you're like, you got her, we can't. And she's just like, got it.
she has this. She just likes telling people what to do right now. It's very weird.
I can't blame her.
She looked Kyle in the face last night and said, "My toy's my choice." I'm like, oh my god,
I love it.
Wow.
She's finding
That's
her voice.
That's awesome. You keep that. You keep that girl's spirit alive. Yeah, for sure.
I just wouldn't put a trash bag over her when she said it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm
I'm
sure
the
that
trash man. No.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, snap.
I'm
You
the
okay?
Calabum.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here and start doing some work.
Yeah.
Hey,
so-
Lady F, before you leave,
I'll see you later.
See ya.
before you leave, Lady F, 9:30 my time or your time?
My time.
Your time? Okay, I'll see you
That's
tomorrow night.
tomorrow? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team,
All
it's a weird question to ask your time to anybody other than you, isn't it? You're the only one in the middle of
No
the
one knows
ocean
your
time
time.
zone.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 90% of the people we know never even knew that time zone existed until we met you.
That is facts.
Will you be able to be
I
awake?
didn't know.
No, me
It'll
neither.
be 11:30 for you. Is that okay?
No, that'll be 10:30 for me. Yeah, that's fine.
It is 10:30?
Yeah, I'm only an hour later than Eastern.
No, I'm Central.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's 11:30 for you. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Are you
It's
sure?
Saturday night.
Okay. We'll see.
And it's a lot quieter at night. So
All right. Well,
The night is dark and full of terrors. From
no,
what
it's
I
gonna get
understand.
crazy. You guys don't even know what we're gonna do. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright.
get going too.
I gotta go too.
Yeah,
We're all
I'm going to be
meeting
going here. Yeah, I know. I have to. I only jumped on because I have to go somewhere here. I got to be there by 12:30 my time.
God, you guys all need to move to Arizona because we don't change time zones. It's
Well,
very
you better start.
Well,
Start going then, Travis. You better leave now.
I know, right? So, Steph, just to give you an idea, I'm an hour later than Eastern, so I'm in Atlantic time zone. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, we
No.
call it canoe time.
Not real.
It's not real. It's like I made it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Travis is fucking with everybody. He just has fun doing it.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm probably going to get ready to cut out. I have an appointment at 11:30 with Destiny. There's y'all know of the store Dead Media if y'all follow my content at all. It's a local store here. It's just a second time around store, like they don't get any new merchandise but comics, toys, like old games, like not video games at all, but like actual games. They do have some video games, but like games and collectibles and all kinds of stuff like that. But they did, it's called Dead Media Collectibles, so they deal in all sorts of media, and they got in some stuff that you never ever see, and something that I have to, and I'm very excited to go get it.
So, Justin, that means that everyone's leaving. So, hopefully, you can hold down the show for another hour.
I got this.
Just keep letting-
I have no control, so if anybody jumps in,
Me talking.
I'm going to be
I
on
do it a
Fanboy
lot.
You want to
I'm
be
gonna
where?
tomorrow, so I want you guys to all tune into Fanboy tomorrow before breakfast with Brian.
What
And
is
watch
Fanboy?
Fanboy Prime.
Fine.
Oh, Fanboy Prime. Got you.
Fanboy Prime, and then he and Neil and I are going to do a cover challenge. And I know I have it on the download that there might be some dress up and cosplay involved. So
Cat's out of the bag.
All
She's
right.
bringing Jenny Frizen covers to the challenge.
well, we already know that.
And Fanboy Prime is dressing up as
Poison Ivy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He is dressing up. I'm not going to say who though, but he is dressing up, and so is Neil.
As Jenny Frizen.
Nice. I
Neil's
appreciate
also-
everybody coming and hanging out today. Sunday night is that week's in the Comics Pro 2024 just went down, and there's countless really cool announcements that are to look forward to. You're going to be talking about some of that stuff as well as the regular reviews and everything. I've got a CGC video dropping Monday, and of course the comic vlog drops every Wednesday. If you're a channel member, make sure you have the notifications on or check the community tab, as this stuff will be available early to everybody who is a channel member. And just unlike Scrooge McDuck. So until next time, hope everyone has a good day and enjoy your weekend.